Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
It's always weird. It catches me off guard when we don't do the single intro, but I'm not forcing it on people anymore these days. If they want to do it, then by all means, I encourage it, but it's no problem at all. I won't hold anything against anybody. There's some people that have been on the show that I'll hold it against them, but that would be different. No. We were chatting, Draven and I were chatting before we got started. We got to like we see eye to eye a lot of things, right? So I'm assuming you guys been working together for a little while that you could probably see eye to eye, basically.
Yep. Oh yeah, pretty much on everything.
But I'm not asking you to be on the show to agree with anything that I fucking say.
Oh yeah, no, fuck no.
That's the point of the conversation, right? We just want to talk about the industry and what you guys are doing, and that's why I reached out and we were shooting the shit on DMs, and I was like, let's talk.
Why not? Let's do it.
So it's been an interesting winter for you guys.
Yeah.
It's been a typical Canadian winter.
Canadian winter, oh yeah.
We had it easy last year.
Oh yeah, way easy last year.
2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's been we were talking.
Was it good the year before that?
Like, well, we were talking like the other because we snowboard and ski and stuff, and like the past few seasons have been terrible.
How the hell are you guys plowing and snowing?
Well, I wasn't before.
No, fuck, we do everything, man. Come on.
I kind of figured it'd be like a gynecologist, man. You guys would kind of get tired of it. Like, no, it's not. It's not like that. No, you still love the snow even though you're plowing all the snow.
Sometimes. Depends the day.
Hey, man.
All I know is to all the gynecologists out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
right?
no offense. No, not at all.
Okay.
No. It's going to be a bad one tonight, though. Fuck. It's going to be long this weekend. I'm grateful that you
guys came in. We were both looking at the weather going, oh, that just sucks.
Hey, we stick to our word, man. That's what we do here, so.
Well, welcome to the show. I got Draven and Anthony here. You got to help me because
it's all good. Sardinella Landscaping.
Sardinella Landscaping. That's what we're going to talk. So obviously we're going to talk about landscape. We're going to talk about snow plow maintenance. Yep. You guys are outside all the time. Your cubicle's outside.
Yep.
Yeah. That's where your cubicle. Well, your cubicle's your.
We call it our playground.
That's a good way to look at it. You can reach them at 905-462-6511. Find them all over Facebook and on specifically Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook
That's where you guys will find them. And on IG under SARDINALLANDSCAPING.
Good work.
I think so. Yeah. What else? And also the email is sardinellalandscaping@gmail.com. That's how to get them, right? So that's it, man. That's how. Now let's get started. How young are you guys, man?
I'm 29.
Yeah, I'm 28.
Holy shit, you guys are kids, man. I always joke. I got boots that are older than you. I got boots, belts, jeans. I got a lot of shit that's older than you guys. But I got a lot of respect for you guys because it's hard to go from season and having this employee of yours that never punches the clock, never you're able to speak to, decide whether or not this employee will actually work in your favor. And I'm talking about Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Whether it's the summer or the winter, Mother Nature is dictating a lot what you guys do and what happens to your business, right? Mm-hmm. How do you guys handle that? It's a challenge, no?
Yeah, no, it's a challenge. Honestly, the biggest thing we deal with a lot is in the summer with rain, right?
True.
Right? So it's like if we're in the middle of an interlock job and it fucking starts raining, it's like
you can't cover
there's
it.
Not much you can do there, right? So like a lot of those days like end up being washes if like there really is nothing to do, right? So
how do you run a business that way where you know that the workforce has got to go home? I know like other guys that are in the same boat as you, they try to make work other places, whether it's a shop or they try to get
for sure. I mean, we always try to to do something like that, like whether it's we go back to the house and we work on some machinery or we're like bouncing around doing quotes and like these guys, like it depends what type of rain we're talking. Like if it's fucking spitting out or like rain, whatever, right? Like we push through. Like there's been times where we push through like fucking like some shit that we shouldn't have pushed through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just depends. Sometimes you just gotta. It's like it's not like I'm doing concrete and shit, right? So it's like that rain would obviously make that a lot more difficult, but.
Sometimes we just use them as reset days, trying to like regroup, like do all the quotes, all the stuff you're behind on, just kind of get all the little stuff out of the way.
How accurate are you guys? Like when you guys are paying to the weather, like is it pretty accurate?
I'm almost like a weatherman, I'd say. I'm pretty fucking accurate. Yeah, I look at the weather all the fucking time, dude.
I did yard
but they
work.
lie all the time, so it's like
that's the thing about
so
it.
it's like how accurate can I be if they're not accurate?
Is it almost like they're telling you what they want you to think?
Almost.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think they're just fucking saying anything they want, really.
Like I recently found out, I used the Waze app.
Yeah.
Right? I recently found out that Waze app doesn't actually necessarily drive you to where it's the most efficient place to get to.
No.
It drives you where it wants to move the traffic.
Really?
Shit, I didn't know that.
Think about it, because it's going to tell you, so go down this way. It's always telling you that here's the time limit. You're never comparing it, whether it's faster or another way. And then I've done this sometimes where it's like, it's telling me a way, and I'm like going, no way, I know that this will be faster. And I'll jump off of it, and I'll get there like 2-3 minutes faster. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on here, man?
Yeah.
We're just too dictated to it. But I mean, weather-wise, yeah, you start when you're outside spending a lot of time.
Yeah.
You can kind of like farmers.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's the thing. You can feel it coming, right?
Yeah.
And like if it's gonna rain, right? So like regardless of if it's gonna rain, like we'll always go and try to do something unless I know if I wake up and it's fucking torrential downpour, it's like we know,
it's
you
done.
know, right?
Yeah.
But normally, like if it's calling for rain at like 10 or 11, we kind of just go and like try to push through and just see how far we can get in that day, depending on what we're doing, right?
But snow's different. There's no way
snow's
to
a lot different.
track that shit.
No, because
right?
they lie
Stay
about
on
it all the
way.
time.
Yeah, snow's different, man. You can't track any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow sucks.
Snow does suck. Honestly, it might be the last year that I do it, to be honest with
How
you.
many years?
I just got back into it probably 2 years ago, but I used to do it for like 5-6 years when I used to
Takes
work
a
for that
toll,
company.
man.
It takes
Physically and mentally.
It takes a toll on you, right? And like I was explaining to you earlier, I'm just like the hours and shit, like me and him could be doing other stuff. Like I was telling you about the home rentals and all that other stuff. Like there's other stuff that we could be doing other than that technically could like set us more financially free than working.
Snow is honestly like a great thing if you have nothing else going on.
Yeah,
like if
like
you're
nothing.
only going to do snow, it's
I
perfect.
know,
Yeah.
but is it financially a good option if it's the only thing you're doing? I don't think it is.
I think it is because what else do you do? Like if you have nothing else going on, it's better to have something than nothing.
That is
But-
true. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
If you do have anything else, it's like no matter, it's always nice. Like you always have to go on at night, so it kind of screws you for like the day before. It screws you for the day after. Like it's just, I don't know.
So now you're like missing like 2 days
Yeah.
where it's like we could be doing something, right? So it's like if you're missing those 2 days, now we're missing out on X amount of money in other places, right? So that's kind of the reason why I want to veer out of that business.
It's basically like a night shift kind of idea. It's kind of, I don't know.
Well, why do you? Okay, so what's the rule of thumb when you guys? Because even when I got to the studio here on the last snowstorm that we
Yeah.
got, my neighbor got stuck getting out of his driveway.
Yeah.
Older car.
Yeah.
Lincoln. And then I was like wondering, am I going to get stuck because I'm lower and I'm driving a car, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't get stuck. So I was like, okay, so there's some perks to having a little bit of four-wheel traction and shit like that. But then I was driving here and I was thinking, is it plowed yet? Because I wasn't sure if it was plowed yet. And so they did plow the first part of the drive, right?
Yeah.
The parking lot.
Yeah.
And so I was lucky because it was like I would never have been able to get in here if
Yeah.
it wasn't plowed. So at what time do you guys have to get out? What's the rule that you guys offer your clients where
So
it's
technically,
accumulation or is it time?
okay, so technically, like it just depends how the snow comes, right? So like let's say like if we're getting like 1 to 3 centimeters. When it's about at like that 2 centimeter mark, that's when you want to go out and start salting so you can control everything, right? So now you're controlling everything that's falling. That will all melt. Anything over 3 to 6, that's when you should be plowing. Anything over 3 is when you should be plowing. Put a plow on the ground. And what we normally do, like
I just had a Valentine's Day thought.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No. Uh-oh. Say it.
Anything that's 3 to 6, you start plowing. That's all I was like. I had a thought.
Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Just saying, right?
But yeah, that's normally the rule of thumb. And then like today, like probably what we'll do is we'll just go as it's snowing. We'll just start opening up main drives, right? So
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
then it makes it easier to you can control it. You can maintain.
Yeah,
it.
well, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And then that way, at least if we're creating passes for people,
Yes.
you don't have people getting stuck. You don't have to deal with the bullshit, right? Like me and him, like fuck. The other night we got 3 or 4. Like we're plowing, and these guys are driving right through our fucking mounds of snow, and they're like, "Why am I stuck?" And me and him are pushing these cars out. We're like, "Dude, like, it's
Then
just
you're becoming tow operators at that point. That
Common,
makes sense.
common sense
Literally.
isn't
Are
common
people?
anymore.
It's not.
It's not at all.
People
Fuck
just
no.
think that all cars can make it through any kind of snow. Is that what they think?
Well, dude, you should see how many cars we saw stuck yesterday. A fucking Tesla in like 4 inches of snow, 5 inches of snow, just like.
A Cybertruck?
No,
No,
but those are garbage too.
Wouldn't surprise me, though.
Those are garbage too.
I want to see a Cybertruck with a plow on the front.
Oh shit, dude! I watched.
Would that work?
I don't know. Maybe I heard they're not good traction though at all.
Do they have all-wheel drive? Is it?
They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be 4.
Everyone knows I have hatred towards EVs, right?
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
I just-
Fuck yeah.
I don't like 'em.
Garbage.
I don't see it. And I was watching a battery fire video this morning that someone sent me, and I know that we've had firefighters in here, and they're like, the procedures and the protocols associated with putting out that fire is insane.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
what I
it's
want.
completely different.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. So I don't know. Well, we were so the time, so you guys get out, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that now even if you're not in the truck and you're not on the site and plowing, you're still working because you're figuring out how much accumulation, how long has it been snowing, our area, where our clients are. You're still working, but you're not in the plow.
And honestly, it's a lot different. Like commercial and houses, like they're two totally different entities, right? Like because when you're working with commercial, like you're dealing with property managers, and you got people calling, bitching, and like all the time about random shit. Oh yeah, fuck
you
yeah,
can't
dude.
get out there fast enough?
There's one that we're doing a really corporate building. I won't get into names or anything. Sorry,
Just
doing a really corporate building,
and
not going to get into any names or anything. But these guys are just it's fucking like every couple hours, right? It's like on the phone. Have you guys come do the walks? Have your guys come salt? Have your guys like it's
Is
just
the liability on them or on you?
the liability is on us, right? But like
So
I said, I sub out for this guy, right? So the liability is not really on anyone except for him, right?
Got it.
But as my job, it's my job to make sure that doesn't happen, right? So,
But you also know what all your locations are. You know all your clients. You know when, and you got to do a job and then get to the next one and get to the next one.
Exactly.
Are you? You're going to do a circle. You're going to figure out what the best way to do it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't need more stress associated with this shit, right?
Never.
It's just fucking bad enough as it is. Right now, you guys you're probably your hamster wheels are fucking turning already. Trying to figure out shit.
I'm not even thinking about snow. I'm thinking about what the fuck we're gonna do next week for work. Like shit. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like this is just like to pass the time. You know what I mean? Until I get back to spring, and then that's when we start pushing and doing what we actually like to do.
Do you guys snowboard up in Blue Mountain, or you guys go out west?
Well, Blue Mountain, St. Louis, and we haven't been to Glen this year. No, Glen's shit. You know Glen Eden, right? In Melton?
I'm not a snow guy, dude. I'm not a snow guy, no.
Okay. So then why the fuck are we talking about snow?
I'm not a snow when it comes to recreation. I ride motorcycles, and I had a friend of mine, he's like, you should try ice snow riding.
I always wanted to try.
I was like, is it out in the snow on ice? I'm like, no, I'm not interested, dude. I've been on snowmobiles before. It's fucking cold.
Yeah, no shit.
Simple as that. And tree branches don't feel so good when they're hitting you. It doesn't matter if you're wearing, a parka or something like that. It still fucking hurts. So I'm not a snow guy. I don't like. I was a kid, yeah, sure, but no. So
I love it.
Oh yeah, we love it.
It's fucking fun. Try framing a house.
Well,
and you come to the site and all your wood is covered in snow.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I like the recreation part.
Yeah.
Now you might as well put your skates on and start working framing. Yeah. At that point, it's slippery as fuck, man. So it's just like snow doesn't add value. It actually makes you more aware.
Yeah.
That's what I like about snow. Mm-hmm. It makes you more aware as a contractor, as a tradesperson, right? If you really want to be paying attention to it.
Exactly.
You have to be. That's the reason why. So, but I got a lot of respect for businesses that fight this battle.
Oh, yeah, it's
but
hard.
It's not a long-term. I've never seen an old school snow plow guy. Like, they don't last that.
I think you can only take it in doses.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll go back and do a little bit. And I'll do a shout out to Marcelino, because I know he does it, right? And Souza, and he does hardscaping, and then all of a sudden he knows it, and he does his videos where it's like middle of the night and he's getting into the fucking plow and he's like getting ready, and I'm like, I guess there's something peaceful. Is it peace, like serenity?
Nobody's on the roads.
Well,
like,
that's and I mean, you're in your own machine, just kind of listening to your own music, and doing whatever you want.
You're seeing the Millennium Falcon.
Nobody's on the
shit.
And hey, we work in Brampton, so it's a good thing that nobody's on the roads out over there, eh? So that's why it's good that we go.
Plow, you see all the Hondas and Toyotas.
But that's why it's nice to go out at night, right? You don't have to deal with any of those guys, right? So everything's more calm at night. You can drive around fast and just get your shit done.
Like the crime goes down, everything goes down, everything goes.
Yeah. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. These guys aren't out in the streets when you got 24 centimeters on the ground. They ain't walking anywhere.
But you guys also do the summer too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So summer is our main thing. So that's what Sardinella is.
Yeah.
But
it started which way? Like it started with maintenance?
So pretty much when I started it, like I said, what I was speaking with you a little bit about before, I used to work for a company out in Vaughan. When COVID hit, I was doing a couple side jobs in Melton, and people started throwing my name around in the group, and my phone wouldn't stop fucking ringing. So now I'm at this company, my phone's ringing all the time. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing here, right? So I made a decision, which was the best decision of my life. I went up to my boss that week. I said, I'm still going to give you my 2 weeks because I respect you. Give you my 2 weeks. Everyone that was calling me for those 2 weeks, every time after work, I would go schedule a quote for them and then tell them I'm going to do it in 2 weeks. By the time I left work, I had already had 3 weeks of work already ready to go. So as soon as I left that following Monday, it was like bang, we were right into it. I bought a $10,000 dump trailer. I paid it off in about fucking 2.5 weeks. And then the rest is just fucking
holy.
The rest is just bang, gone.
Attention subcontractors and skilled trades. Are you looking for your next big opportunity? 2x2 Construction is expanding and is on the hunt to grow our top-tier network of professionals. Whether you're a carpenter, plumber, or roofer, etc., if you can deliver top-quality craftsmanship, offer competitive pricing, and your communication is where we shine, we want to hear from you. At 2x2 Construction, we value strong partnerships. From multiplexes to garden suites, we're all about building better together, and we want you to be a part of it. Reach out today at info@2x2construction.ca or connect with us on Instagram at 2x2construction. Join the 2x2 Construction team where great work meets great people. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life. There's a lot of value because I've seen some other people use Facebook and Facebook groups properly to get this reach, right?
Yes.
And it works. You just got to use it properly.
And I don't know if it really matters, but like my family's been around in Melton for a long time, so like I don't know if it like has anything to do with that, but like my last name is tied to like I don't know. A lot of people know me is pretty much what I'm trying to say, right? And like we do phenomenal work, right? So it's like if you do the good work and like you're just gonna have people, and then on top of that, whenever we do a job for someone, I'll ask them to shout us out on the group. So I'll say, hey, listen, I'll send you a couple of the before and afters, right?
Yeah.
I'm like. You know, if you think we did a good job, it would be amazing if you gave us a shout out and left us a Google review. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Some clients don't do it, right? But
most clients don't
do it, right? And it's like, but the ones that do, it's a good look, right? And and no, when people are happy with what you do, I don't see why they shouldn't be, you know, rating your business and, you know, saying good things about you guys. So
what do clients want? Like, okay, what does a client want from a person who takes care of them on snow and also lawn maintenance? What are they looking for? What's the number one thing that they're looking for?
Well, showing up.
Reliability, right?
Yeah, liability, coming, making sure you're doing the right shit when you're on the job, right? And yeah, like, I mean, it's pretty much it.
I think a lot of it's like ease of mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Like people know
take
that
care
we're
of the
coming.
problem that I hired you to take care of.
Like if they're not stressing out about it and they know we're going to come, we're going to do it, we're going to do it well, then it kind of takes all the stress off them. And they don't have to think about it anymore. It's kind of just, and that's how you get like the repeat clients. Like clients, they're not even home. We'll just show up, do it. Like even big projects, they'll just kind of let us be there, and they know what's going to get done and get done well.
Are you guys like me? Like, okay, so I've got a tenant, right? And before I was able to plow, like shovel my drive, he drove on it, and I was pissed off. I was just pissed off, right? Because it's harder to clean the tire tracks, right? But I get it, right? And then the other day he actually helped me a little bit, so I was like, okay, I'm not pissed off anymore, right? But when they drive, or you get a neighbor that drives onto part of your driveway and then out, and it hasn't been shoveled yet, I'm like, you're pissing me off, dude, man. I don't like these tire tracks here. Everybody, this has got to be the old school Portuguese in me, right? So does that drive you nuts because you're trying to clear it as well too? But you guys deal with it all
Honestly,
the time.
everything drives me nuts, bro. Like the place we work at, so like it's full of tractor trailers, right? So it's like we'll go do the full plow. By the time I'm coming back around to salt, these guys have moved like 7, 8 to 10 tractor trailers. And now it's like I got that 24 centimeters of snow sitting in those spots. But now I've salted the whole lot. So now I can't go and back drag that shit because now it's going to be a fucking ice rink. So now what I have to do is I have to wait until that night to go back in again just to clean up those 3 or 4 spots.
Process,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, man.
So it's like I said, it has a lot to do with the property managers and people at the building bitching, but does the environmental bullshit argument come along about the salt going into our sewers? Oh, fuck. Who gives a fuck?
I'm asking.
Listen,
I don't get salt. I'm like fucking sprinkling it.
All I know is I get paid to fucking lay salt, and that's it. If I get paid to do it, I'll fucking throw it down. If it melts the snow and it makes everyone safe, fucking throw it on the ground. What does it matter?
Salt and then just melt everything. Nobody fucking slips and falls.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
That's what I'm caring about.
Exactly, right?
Okay.
And that's what my boss cares about. You think because the thing is like his major thing is he doesn't want to slip and fall, right? That's the biggest thing for a snow company. You don't want slip and falls because then once they do that, then you're dealing with lawyers and all this other shit. My boss probably has a lawyer on fucking standby for that shit. You know what I mean?
I know, and that's unfortunate.
And they lose 90% of the cases. These
100%.
slip and fall guys, because I like at these places we clear all the walks and do all this shit, and like they don't even use those walks. They'll be walking up the snowbank or doing whatever, and like they don't even use the designated
We don't know
areas
the
to
whole
walk.
story, and we don't have a camera or anything documenting exactly what the fuck happened.
Exactly.
And we've all fallen, whether
Yeah.
it's on someone else's property
yeah.
or our own property. And you just get the fuck back up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That,
Fuck
right?
yeah, like
Ain't
Make
that
sure
hard?
nobody caught it. Nobody made a video of it and fucking did a little loop of it
Well,
just
yeah,
over
no
and over
shit.
and over, right? I don't like. It just drives me crazy that people take advantage of certain situations when you got someone that's got a small business, barely making a huge amount of money,
Yeah.
and trying to provide for their own.
and then
self
also
and-
doing the
yeah.
shit at fucking like rude hours of the
Yeah.
night, right? Like, and you don't know, like I haven't slept, like I've slept maybe 10 hours in the past fucking 6 days. You know what I mean? Like that's how like this business works.
Have
It's
you seen the
fucked.
video online on IG of it that the neighbor fucking complaining about his neighbor shoveling at 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, I
You
didn't
haven't
see
seen
that
this
video.
fucking video?
No.
The guy's shoveling, doing what he wants to do because he's got to go to work.
Yeah.
Then the neighbor across the street comes out. He goes, "What the fuck is your problem? Why are you shoveling your drive at 4 o'clock in the morning?" He's like, "I got to go." Then they start yelling.
When's
back
the better
and forth.
fucking time?
And I'm like, dude, he's trying to shovel it so then he can get his vehicle out to go to work. And now you're complaining because you don't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think he's closer to the 3 instead of the 6 on the plowing market, right? I was shocked. I was just watching this and I just left a comment, something like, "Yeah, and Trump's the problem here." That's all I said, right? I was like, let's just
throw
start
it
a
in
fucking fight. I'm like, I would be, I get up early, so I would be shoveling early too because
Yeah.
I don't want those tire tracks. Plus, I also want to clear it.
Well-
I'm not trying to show off. I'm just trying to clear my driveway because
Yeah.
I have a tenant and I have to get the fuck out too. That's all it is. So I'm sorry I'm waking the fuck up. Maybe buy a house that's better insulated so then you don't hear shit. Maybe get better fucking windows so you don't hear shit.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't fucking know.
But that's the thing too. If you don't clear it and that shit freezes, it's a fucking nightmare. So it has to get cleared.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Everyone's gonna bitch about something. I hear people bitch all the time.
Right now, I was downtown yesterday, and right now, I guess they're mobilizing the whole plows that are cleaning up all the excess, all the
removal.
rails that there have been, so they can clear out the sidewalks and the shoulders. And now they're creating all this congestion. And I was like, yeah, but you got to remove all this snow. You got to get the fuck out of here, right? And now we got more snow coming, so that it's just going to continue. So people are getting upset that there's traffic, and I'm like, it's snow, and there's no place to put it. If the city was all heated drives and heated, roadways, that's a different story.
Exactly.
But that will never happen. So it's got to get clear. So you have a little bit of respect. And same with the people trying to overpass fucking plows on the highway.
Oh fuck, dude.
All
Like
those-
just
I
let them
watched
do
all
their
those
thing.
videos. Are so
I'm
funny.
like, watch it. Are you rolling? Watch it. Are you rolling? Yeah. Keep on rolling, man. Because I'm watch this, man. It's going to go right into the ditch. Just be fucking patient, man.
I know, man. Nobody has no patience, man, driving
Go
anymore.
back to the serenity and just like put on your
Yeah,
fucking
fuck, man.
your water like music or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't
And just
fucking
relax,
know.
man.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking so angry nowadays.
I think everyone's angry because we don't have any certainty in this country.
Well, yeah, well that too, but
Right?
fuck, man.
It's hard. Everyone's just trying to fucking survive.
No, I know, I get it, right? Everyone is.
I get a
So
little
are
upset
we.
at the neighbors that don't clean their fucking full drive.
Oh yeah.
You ever see those?
Yeah.
They just gave up on the mound. They just like, I made it this way, right? So it's a 2-car drive, right?
Yeah.
I made it this way. Now everyone's got to try to get through. That shit's just going to harden and harden and harden. And now you're going to need to hire a construction company to jackhammer that shit.
Oh, yeah,
out,
exactly.
right? Just clear it out, man.
Yeah. But not at 4 a.m. because you're going to get bitched out, right? So
I'd still do it. And if anybody,
Hey, but
I would just be watching. I wouldn't be talking back.
nobody bitches at me when I'm in someone's driveway at fucking 2 a.m. and I'm slapping the plow down in the thing
It makes
and
noise.
blasting my music because I got to stay up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, reach out. Here's the number, the
Yeah,
website.
Exactly.
Call.
Yeah, call them.
I'll take care of your driveway
Yeah.
too, but I'm not doing it now. You didn't pay me. You get people calling after you get these snowstorms and they start jumping on board? Or is it too late?
Honestly, yeah. Like I said, I don't do too much of the snow. Like it's not really me. It's more or less I just subcontract out for him. So, in the past, if someone's like, "Hey, I need my driveway fucking plowed," I'd be like, "Hey, fuck, $60. Like I'll just do it." Like it's a house beside where I'm doing. I'm like quickly back dragging. You know what I mean? Like I'll help people out. If I see someone at the side of the road stuck in a fucking thing, I'll push the pile of snow in front of them so they can get out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna leave people hanging out there. The other day, me and him were pushing 3, 4, 5 different cars, man, and we're trying to push snow, get our job done, and it's just, yeah, man. It's just
People don't know how
chaotic.
to drive in this weather.
But also, this is the most snow we've seen in a very long time. So I understand why some people are fucking probably crashing all over the place, but at the end of the day, just take it slow, man. If you got fucking summer tires, stay the fuck at home. I don't know what you guys are doing. So
I remember one time when I had a pickup truck, old Nissan King Cab, and there was a snowstorm, got on the highway, and the highway's got the wheel grooves, right?
yeah,
So I merge on, I get into the first lane, right? I'm like, okay, well, all right. Get into the second lane. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Then I get in the third lane, and I just fucking miss it, right? And all of a sudden, it starts to go. And I'm on the QEW going eastbound, and it spins, and there's cars all around me. It fucking spins like nothing like spinning in a Nissan King Cab, right?
Yeah.
And your back's light as a feather. I spin, don't hit a fucking thing. No guardrail, no nothing. I end up backwards on the fucking on the shoulder, and I'm like, I didn't fucking hit it. Everybody's got their hazards on like it's a light show now, and I just back up and I back on, and I go right into the next lane. I go to the next lane. I keep on going. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I kind of wore it out to get used to it, and I was like shocked. I didn't hit a single thing, man.
To check your pants before that.
Fuck, man. I was like, that's never gonna happen again ever in my life. But no, you got to be careful, especially pickup trucks are bad for that, right?
Oh yeah.
But the back, they're better nowadays, aren't they now?
Oh yeah.
Or they're still light in the back.
Well, yeah.
I got a single cab.
Yeah,
Mine's
he's
pretty
got a
light in the
single
back.
cab. His is mine's pretty good. I got.
So you get the front center view. You look right.
Oh yeah.
Right there, right?
Oh yeah. And it doesn't help that he went and put fucking some big fat mutters on it too. So
Yeah.
the thing's just all over the place.
Yeah, it's not good when it's icy.
It's just gonna go right. It doesn't matter what
yeah.
kind of rubber's gonna be on there.
Fuck,
It's just how it is. But then you get, I guess, in certain cities, they start throwing like BC North. They throw on the spikes, the chains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who was living out there, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to put the chains on." I was like, "You got to put the chains on your Ford Focus? That's what you're gonna do." He put chains on Ford Focus, but he was also the same guy that would put a club. Remember the club? You guys don't remember the club? You're too fucking young. Club was this stupid bar that you would put on the steering wheel. Had two hooks on it.
Yeah.
And until someone figured out that you could just cut the steering wheel and then take the club up. Why bother cutting the club? You cut the steering wheel, and then now you stole the cart. So he would always put the club on, send me a picture, and I was like, dude, you're stealing your... It's not a Ford Focus fully loaded. It's a Ford Focus, man. It's just a regular Ford Focus. And then he had to drive up north because he was a snowboarder.
Yeah.
And it was chains on his wheels. And I was like, it's the only way to get around there in that city.
I can't imagine the chains. I've driven with like those spikes, and it's loud. The whole time. It's crazy.
Let's get into summer. So warmer temperatures. You're fucking around with rain and I guess and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do clients want there? Reliability too?
For what? Like what do you mean?
Summer months, for the maintenance and summer months.
Well, yeah. So we're not a big late maintenance company. So I totally got out of the maintenance just because it just like the profits weren't there, right? I only had about like, let's say, I think I had like 14 to 16 houses. I go out and cut grass once a week, right?
Do you guys sit down and actually start figuring out?
Oh yeah, we sit.
You have to, right?
We sit down. Me and him sit down and go through all the fucking numbers, everything. Every year,
is costing you.
Every year we go back, we look at fucking how much everything's gone up from the past year, everything, right? Like just to look at our numbers.
It's gotta be bad this year, eh?
Oh, I honestly have no idea. Like you said the other day, it doesn't matter. The shit's gonna get fucking done regardless. I don't care, right? At the end of the day, people are still gonna spend money. So you just have to have the right clients and work for the right people.
You just got to figure out how you increase your profit margin.
Exactly.
It's
right?
going to be small.
Yes.
But you have to increase it.
Yes.
You can't make it decrease.
And there's always ways you can hide that stuff, right? Like within the quote and stuff like that. But like I said, me and him go through all the numbers and everything, and we go through everything, right? So
you have to.
Yeah, we have to. And I kind of made that decision of getting out of maintenance so we can put our focus more into, these higher end projects. And that way, it's not like I'm in the middle of this project. Now we got to go fucking cut grass. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's just cut this out, right? Yeah, I was making money. I wasn't making too like good money. But I'm like, yeah, let's just start focusing on these things. Let's learn a bit more skills to see like what we can do like next, right? Like we do everything, man. Like decks, fences, AstroTurf, fucking interlock, like mulch, like everything, like literally everything.
Artificial gaining popularity?
A lot.
Really?
People
A
love
lot.
that stuff.
People
Low
love that
maintenance,
shit.
Easy, like it's just
Pet
always
friendly,
looks good.
fucking pet friendly, dude. And honestly, like
what is it a square? It's about 20?
It's about
installed?
You could do it for about you could do it cheaper, but yeah, about 18 to 20. But it's just kind of trying to sell the homeowner on that, right? A lot of people who use it are like people who have pets and that who like to just use it as like a shitter and a piss pad.
But now you're taking the hose and washing it out.
So what we do is we apply like an infill. So what it is, it's a deodorizer. And what it does is it actually soaks up the pee and it doesn't give you like that odor. right? So there's a lot of ways like around this. So all that stuff's pet friendly. Once you put that infill in, it's just kind of like a sand. It's like a deodorizer.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
In theory, you never have to water it, really.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's like an insane amount of like, yeah.
Like we were talking to a guy and he said there was only ever one time where like he put in the infill and he had to go back. It was because the guy had like a crazy amount of dogs and they were literally just using the thing as a pee pad, right? But even with
Specifically, they would just go to that one area.
Well, yeah, like one area, but he was just telling us like it just reeked, right? But there's ways like, so if that like if you have like fucking 20 dogs and they're all shitting and pissing, and believe me, there's people that do though, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. My neighbor used to be a dog sitting guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He would do that as through Facebook, and he would like every single week he would have so many dogs coming through, and the backyard it was just like yellow spots everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the dogs were just killing everything back there, which makes sense, right?
Yeah, but if it like it starts to smell too much, which it normally never happens with the deodorizer, there's like a spray on deodorizer that you can use. You are supposed to hose it down every once in a while. Like especially in the heat of summer, like you should, I know it's AstroTurf, it sounds weird, but you should hose it down. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be like really fucking serious for Breeze, eh? Like that's gonna be. I didn't even think about the pee.
Well, that's what I mean, right? And then that's why they came out
poops. Like if your dog got into chocolate or something like that, he ain't leaving a nice coiler there. He's gonna leave like
and that's the thing, right? And they have a lot of different turfs, right? Like they'll have turfs that look like legit like grass, and then they'll have turf that's like literally like cut down, like almost like putting green. And a lot of people will use those, so it's easy for them to clean up their shit, right?
Introducing Alt Labor Solutions, the game changer for contractors and laborers. Are you a contractor needing skilled labor, or have labor in need of quick shifts? Or how about buying, selling, or renting tools, material, and equipment? Connect easily with contractors and find resources hassle-free through Alt Labor Solutions online platform. Post job listings with project details, browse public resumes, and choose the right person for the job. Explore their job board for new opportunities and connect with top talent. Alt Labor Solutions revolutionizes the labor industry with a user-friendly interface, secure payments, and a supportive team. Visit them at altlaborsolutions.com and start connecting with other contractors today. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life. It makes sense.
It does make sense, right?
But I'm still a grass. Like I
know.
I go back to Serenity now. I like cutting grass.
And honestly, that's what I tell people when they say I want sod. All I tell them is, okay, you want sod? There's also another option, AstroTurf. I'm like, let me give you a price on both, and we see, what we can do from there, right? Because you always want to give the people the option, right?
No, you want to give them. You
right?
guys have the information.
Yeah,
you're just providing.
Exactly. I'm just providing it to them,
decide.
and then you make a decision. You want me to lay sod at $4 a square foot, or do you want me to lay AstroTurf at $18 a square foot? But you also have to look at the benefits of each of them, right? Like grass, you got to fucking cut all the time. You're putting gas in your lawnmower. You're fixing your lawnmower. You're cutting it however many times a season. AstroTurf, you're paying more money, but
you don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do fuck all. Maybe water it every once in a while, right?
Just
if your dogs are pissing on it and shit.
Simple as that.
That's what I mean. So that's where it comes in. You got to give clients, options for everything, right?
You guys still share the joke about sod? It's like green side up. Is that always a thing every single fucking day or something like that?
Every once in a while, we'll get a neighbor come by and make sure.
Yeah, green side up.
Yeah, we're like, thanks, buddy. Like, fuck.
Didn't realize that. Fucking morons, right?
Yeah.
No, I get it. It kind of, when I first saw it come on the market, I was like, it's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. And it's come a long way. Like a long way from when it first started, dude. Yeah. Like these rolls and the stuff they're getting in now, dude, like fuck some of the shit. Like if you saw it laid, I bet you wouldn't even be able to tell.
You can't tell.
You wouldn't be able to tell. They even have the grass that has like the fucking yellow thatch in it. So it looks like legit grass. It's messed up, dude. Like
as long as it's installed well, like every once in a while you go to a place where like you can tell like some like fly by night guys putting it in, and that's right.
It almost looks like what, vinyl flooring?
Oh, dude, it's bad. Yeah. You see weeds coming out through the seams and all that shit, right?
Yeah. How is it like? What's the base?
So the base is you normally go about 3 to 4 inches of you can use either crusher run or HPB.
HPB. Okay.
I would say, I don't know. We've done it both ways. We've done it with just straight HPB, and we've done it with crusher run and like an inch or two of HPB, and both those jobs are still mint to this day, right? So I don't know. Other people are going to tell you to do shit different ways, right? do what works
All
for
you need
you.
is a base for it to just drain.
kinda like a
when it
patio.
rains.
It's literally like a patio. Like doing AstroTurf is like, if you know how to lay a patio, you know how to do AstroTurf.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about AstroTurf is doing your seams. That's the hardest thing,
Joining
right?
it.
Joining it, right? When you're working with weird backyards, because sometimes you could just get a patch, fuck a 20 by 10 that's nothing, and just go in and lay it, no problem, right?
They sell it in that size roll.
Well, you
15 by
yeah,
100.
yeah. So you can get
really?
it cut. Yeah, you can get
Oh,
them
wow.
cut, right?
It's gotta be
What
fucking
was it? You
heavy.
can get it
Yeah,
cut.
it's
You can get it
it's
cut
1,000
lengthways, but
pounds, I
not
think.
width, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's 1,000 pounds for one of like the big rolls. That's
Yeah.
why like it's easier to just get.
yeah, you need
cut
like
in
6
sections.
fucking guys to pick up one of those rolls.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
And then you just roll it out and you cut it for whatever the flower beds are or whatever.
Yeah. You just kind of measure everything out, and then like I said, the hardest thing is doing your seams, right? Because you want when everything meets. I see a lot of guys when their seams meet, you can see the seam meet. You know what I mean?
What did they do different that they didn't do it correctly?
It would just be that like their cut, because that cut, that when you join them, it has to be perfect. So if you're cutting it, like if you're cutting the AstroTurf, you have to run a chalk line across the top and make sure that you cut it perfectly. Both of those ends have to be perfect for them to match up and fill in nicely.
Wow. Is there ever a curl on it or something? No?
No. No, not really.
No.
Where do
You
they
do
make
it properly.
Where do they make it? Where?
China,
Yeah.
Vietnam, or not
Okay, so it's
Vietnam,
offshore,
Philippines.
right?
Yeah. A lot of it's
Some
offshore.
of it's in the States too.
Yeah,
but-
some of it's in the
so, like,
States.
yeah, the cheaper stuff's obviously from overseas, but they had like 15-year warranties on it all, and like
Yeah.
it's all pretty good product.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
what's going
good
to be the
shit.
damage? I guess the damage UV. Will UV
Yeah, it's
keep...
just That's
They were saying that like in some like weird cases, like you could get burn spots from like, I don't know. He was saying that there was like a glass railing or something in this guy's backyard, and the light was shining through it, and it was in 3 different spots of the guy's backyard. He just had burn marks, but they'd replaced it like 4 or 5 times, right?
So it was just magnifying right
yeah,
on
so it was magnifying right through, and it was just burning the grass
I've
up.
seen shit like that where it's like certain things are hitting glass tables and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it shatters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, it's science class, man.
Yeah,
Think
exactly.
about this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a petroleum, it's a product, it's plastic. It's just like it's gonna get hot. That's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
how it is, right?
Yeah.
I guess do animals first see it and then look at it and go, this ain't fucking real grass? Like, do they think?
Yeah, so that's what
They probably
dogs
do
do,
that,
yeah.
right? Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, so dogs will start to go digging at it, and once they realize that they're not fucking getting anywhere because they actually physically can't get through the shit, then they just stop digging.
It's true. They probably
Right?
do that and
So-
then figure it out.
Yeah. But
And then, okay, so what else you guys are doing on so you don't get too much into interlocking, you don't get too much into...
oh no, we get into all of
Oh,
that.
you get into all that kind of
like I
stuff.
said,
Yeah.
like I said, we're just strictly project based, right? I dropped the maintenance side of the company to just strictly focus on doing everything else but fucking maintenance. You know what I
So
mean?
what's your go-to now, paver-wise? What do you guys like? Who do you guys like
Unilock.
to work
We
with?
use Unilock.
eh?
Yeah, we use
Remember
Unilock.
the days of the S Unilock, the classic one? I still see it in some shady parts of the city, in certain malls. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little wavy.
Yeah.
And the 6x6 pressure treat is a little higher and it's almost like
Oh,
a step.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We all know what the areas we're talking about here. They still use it, right? And then maybe they replace 1 or 2 and they're bright fucking red or something like that. It's brand new. Well, the other ones are all aged. But I mean, that's the Unilock Unilock's a lot better now. Unilock's
good
got
now.
like
It's really
the
good.
smaller cobblestone looking shit from Europe now.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Which looks great.
No, we've had nothing but good shit to say about Unilock. Honestly, they treat us really well. So
They do a lot of like the 12x24s, like the bigger stuff too.
Yeah.
Like
You
the
know
3.
what? I'm not a fan, man.
No, I love it.
I'm European. I like
The small
women
ones?
with heels don't like it,
well, yeah,
and short guys with heels don't like it. You know what I mean? They wear those boots that have the insoles in them and the heels and shit. They don't like it there too because they're twisting a leg. But I mean, I like the look of it. Individual.
yeah.
The whole bigger paver thing,
I love the bigger pavers.
you might as well
See
just
the smaller
But
pavers,
then
man.
again-
Now you're just asking us to do more fucking work. We want to lay the
I
big
know,
ones.
yeah,
But now go to winter and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Oh, bro, I know,
Your
yeah.
shovel's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
right? It's a pain in the ass. That's why I don't like it then, right? That's why I like the larger.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what they should do. They should design driveways that you can change winter, summer.
Just clip them in and
That'd be
out.
fucking cool. Like, like a little turntable or something
Yeah.
like that, or just like or flips. It's got to flip,
Yeah.
right? Then you got too much fucking money, right?
yeah, yeah.
Those are the people
Way
that
too
have the
much
Lazy
money.
Susie driveways.
Oh fuck.
So when they
Oh,
drive
yeah,
in,
yeah,
you
yeah,
hit a
yeah.
button and it turns the car around for them. They make that. I've seen that shit. And I'm like, you're too lazy or too stupid as a driver to turn your car. I always back in whenever I can, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But that'd be kind of cool if you can actually, Unilock should design a paver that's winter and summer. It changes itself.
That'd be cool.
I
mean, a lot of them do.
I have no idea how they would do that.
This guy just fucking spitballing here, but
How would they do that?
I don't know how they do that.
It's impossible.
I mean, a lot of them just do like the heated driveways. Like, you can just heat them.
True.
And
yeah,
it's kind of
that's an arm and a leg, though. You got to have money to do that.
You
too.
gotta have money to install it,
Yeah.
and I still haven't figured out the calculations on how much it costs to run it.
No, I know it's a
don't know.
lot.
I have no
I see.
idea.
I see a lot of people in Vaughan with them.
Yeah, but it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the problem
but-
is that they do the stupid move of only doing the driveway, and then their walkways are not done. And I'm like, you might as well do everything, but the moment you start calculating the numbers on doing everything,
I used to go to a house just to go shovel the walkways, but their driveway was heated.
See,
I'm like,
that'd
what
be
the fuck am I doing here?
because they come home, they drive right into their garage.
Yeah, I know.
And everyone enters through the garage door.
Yeah.
And then only strangers or people that are selling shit
Yeah,
knock on the front
exactly.
door. But then you got to shovel the passageways,
Yeah.
right? Which I don't.
And then
gotta
you
do all
just
of it.
shovel it on the driveway, and then it'll melt.
Then the problem is your sidewalks.
Yeah, exactly.
And some smart ones will feed the tubes underneath the sidewalks. But the problem is that when you get that time of whenever the city decides to redo the sidewalks,
Yeah, and they rip it up. Yeah, exactly.
glycol everywhere, and like, then they will actually, you might get fined by the city if you do that. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they
no, for
probably
sure.
would.
Yeah,
You
100%.
technically not, even the boulevard you're not allowed
Yeah.
to do either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because of that reason.
yeah,
All right. What else? So what other kinds of little pergolas and shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, one of the first things I ever built for a client was a nice pergola, big
Oh, yeah.
size pergola. Yeah.
Yeah, I love those things. They're fun to build too.
They're
Yeah.
fun to build. They're creative. You're using nice, and cedar always smells nice, especially
Yeah.
when you get a little rain spot coming
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did nice big privacy screen this year for like a raised pool spa. Because I guess their pool spa was like pretty much in line with the top of their fence, so every time they'd be in it, like
Yeah, she
they
said
could
she
see
was
their
swimming and,
neighbors.
like, neighbors, like, looking at her
Neighbors would be
swim.
looking at them through their window in the kitchen. So we're like, okay, so we built her a 9-foot privacy screen, right? So she has when she's in her
Are
spa.
you allowed to do that? though?
Wait, was it 9 foot
Yeah,
or 8
and I think
foot?
9 feet's the high. Well, in Milton, I think that's the highest you can build without a permit.
Was that one 8 feet or 9
Or,
feet?
no, it was 9 feet.
Was it 9 feet?
I think it's up. It's either up to 9. It has to be like, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of rules. I remember looking at it. when we did it.
Right on the cusp.
It's like 2 feet from the property line, 9 feet tall.
Yeah, no,
There's
but
something
now your
else.
neighbor's fence is 9 feet tall to them.
Not the fence. It was 2 feet off the fence.
Off the fence.
So you
We
saw,
created
like-
a privacy screen. So 2 feet off of his fence, off of the back
So
fence.
how does that work now? Because I'm still trying to figure out how the ADUs, all the laneway houses and all that shit that people are being approved to get built on the side, you don't have to go 2 feet anymore. You don't have to go 2 feet away to build a shed anymore, or even a small unit. If you want to build, I think it's 160 square feet now. You can go right on the property line to do it.
Oh, can you?
I think Milton's still.
Is it still 2
Mississauga-
feet?
Is it still 2
Yeah,
feet?
I
Milton's
think it is still 2 feet
I've
too.
done Toronto, I've done Mississauga. As far as I know, Vaughan, it's right on the property line now. I was
yeah.
I was
Yeah?
shocked. This is recent.
Maybe we should look into that.
I know Milton was definitely 2 feet as of last summer.
But that's what people do is they'll build their backyard and they don't want to do step downs. So
Yeah.
then they'll build deck that comes right off their floor, and all of a sudden, as you get further down the backyard, you're towering over their fence line. So it's like it's uncomfortable now. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can see you, and now you build something taller. So it's got to be like, well, now your fence is too high, and I got this massive wall here, right? So I don't know. I guess neighbors will be complaining about that.
No,
shit.
you know what? I honestly think that like the neighbors had a problem with like seeing them in the pool, right? Because like I don't know if you're in your kitchen and you're looking across and you're just seeing people almost like in a fucking hot tub.
Like for me, if somebody built a nice privacy fence beside like one of my neighbors, I'd be like, perfect. Like you just gave me a free privacy.
Free privacy, right?
Like, as long as
So-
it looks good and it doesn't like affect.
And I don't think those neighbors were. I don't think they.
No neighbors
They like
get
each
along.
other. Fucking.
I would build a privacy fence with like 2 black bars at 2 particular heights. So when they just stand there.
I understand that you can't see their head.
No, she's like right over their
Oh,
chest, right over their crotch, right? They're like, what? What's the issue? Looks like a black bar, right? That's all it is. That would be kind of funny. They're like, how the fuck did you guys pull that off? Oh, a lot of sundial and measurements. We figured it out, right? So how tall? So it was like 9?
Yeah, 9 feet was the highest we could
What
go.
did you guys build it at? Like, what kind
It
of
was just
pri-
pressure treated.
Yeah,
just
pressure treated.
6x6 pressure treated with like the 5/8 deck boards, with like all black hardware going up and like all up
That's
and down
nice.
the sides.
Fuck,
Yeah,
it was a
looked
nice
good.
job. It was a big job. We did We did, I believe, 250 square feet of interlock front and back. We were tying into another patio, which was hard because I had to locate that stone. Which also that stone was.
Oh,
bought
you had to connect it to the.
Yeah, so we had to connect it to an existing patio.
Oh, that's a
but the
challenge.
problem is when they bought those stones. They were, I believe they were 60 mil or 50 mil or something.
They changed them?
They changed them. So now they were less. It was like, I think those ones were 60 mil
talking
and then
about
they
the width,
changed
like
them
the
to
width
50
and the
mil.
length?
They changed them to 50 mil, right?
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
so what that means, we had to completely change the whole grade because now we're working with two different
Oh, you're talking about the
types of
thicknesses
stone.
of-
Yes, the thickness of the stone. So then we had to set our grade and do it like in the back tying into the patio. That like it wasn't too hard, but you just have to make sure you get that right? Especially when you're working with two different,
And I guess when you first go quote it, you assume.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know. It's covered
Yeah.
in dirt,
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah, you
sides.
don't
like,
know.
have
Yeah,
no
and
idea.
you
Especially the thickness of it.
and you don't know exactly like right. Like obviously, I'm like okay, well I can probably find a match for that stone. They obviously probably still make it, right? If she just got it a couple years
I
ago.
wonder why they changed it. I guess.
I think just for the cheap, like they just went smaller. Probably
Yeah.
made like a different kind of concrete mix, I guess, in
Kind of
them.
like
Yeah.
buying a bag of Doritos today
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah,
20
well,
days ago. Like, you're
there's,
buying
like,
more
none in
air
them.
than Doritos.
I don't even want to get into that.
No, you don't touch the Doritos anymore. I don't get it. I stopped eating Doritos with that one commercial where the guy puts his finger in the hole and
The guy's
yep.
licking it or whatever.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
So like the same reason.
That's gross, man.
The same reason why we all stopped drinking Bud Light or what? Like,
It's like a glory hole for Doritos, man. I don't fucking understand that. That makes no sense to me. But yeah, no. So that's what I figured. Is maybe manufacturing said if we made it this much thinner, we would save X amount of dollars.
save X amount, and then
Charge the
they
same
could probably
price.
charge around the same price, and you know.
But are they Three-way the world. These little puppies. I'm speaking from experience. I've actually installed these and I love these. Three-way prefabricated inside drywall corner. The first one-piece solution for perfect, crisp corners every time. With three-way, you'll improve your quality, save on labor, and cut down on time. Traditional methods require 3 tapes, lots of sanding, and high skill. But with three-way corners, they install in just a fraction of the time with fewer steps. It is adjustable for any angle, reinforced to cover gaps, and designed to blend seamlessly into the corner. Say goodbye to pesky touch-ups and hello to flawless finishes. Try three-way today and revolutionize your drywall game. Perfect corners every time. To purchase or check out some how-to videos to see the installs in action, visit threeway.ca or connect with them at 306-514-3768 or drop them an email at threewaytheworld@gmail.com. Connect with me, TCL, and stop by the studio and get a free pack on us for anyone to try. And trust me, I'm telling you, you'll love it. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life. Like the opportunity of you've got loyal clients that have bought your product first, and you're like you're saying, it wasn't that much long ago.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they want to stay true to your product that you use, and now they want to extend the project, but you guys don't have the exact.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because she got it from a dealer, right? So it's like obviously all these stone places they work with dealers, right? So she got it from Home Hard.
Lumberville.
Yeah, Lumberville in Milton. So I called back into them to, see if they either A, had any left over, if they could get it into me. And they said they were like 4 weeks out for it. So then I called another one of my suppliers to see if they had it. And thankfully they did, but they didn't make it in the same size as they did before.
How big was the existing pad that was there?
I want to say what,
Probably
100?
no, it was probably 300 square
Actually,
feet.
That one was 300. We probably added about 100 onto it.
Yeah,
or
so
a
it
bit
made
more.
sense.
Maybe a
instead
bit
of-
more,
yeah, because
almost
I
200.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
12 by, I can't remember what it was.
But I mean, it just took you guys longer to tie in.
Well, yeah. I think that job took us like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, but we did a lot. We
maybe.
ripped out the whole, we did a walkway at the front. We did a whole walkway down the side into artificial grass, raised garden beds, fucking everything. River rock in behind the fence, privacy screen.
Nice.
He built a set of stairs with a nice landing pad so they can all walk up to their spa, and they have,
Nice.
they got everything. He did a fucking amazing job. It looks really good.
Pretty good when it was done. Yeah.
I can show you some pics after the
Yeah,
show
I
if
would
you
take
want.
a look at it for sure.
Um,
I think a lot
but
of
yeah.
clients are missing the opportunity of not realizing that they can excavate in the backyard.
Yeah.
And do different levels of different things,
Yeah.
and like take a corner here and make this a function.
Yeah.
Take this corner, make that a function.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to just go with the grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can mess around and go up as well too. Go up and down.
Yeah,
right? That's what I
exactly.
mean. So like maybe the bottom of something like the the pool or whatever could be the back of a bench or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could be chilling out around there. So there's a lot of opportunities.
Oh yeah, lots of opportunity, and a lot of people in Melton, right? Like we have machinery and stuff, right? But like some of these jobs.
Sorry, thank you.
So, some of these jobs you don't want to be bringing machinery in and out of these places and fucking everything up,
And
right? So, and a lot of clients will ask me, they're like, hey, like, are you guys planning on using machinery on this job? Because, like, we're not really, because if we bring in machinery, right, we're ripping up everything. So now I got to quote them to fucking rip out their whole front lawn, which is an extra, let's say $1,000. We're making a mess, all this other shit, right? So it's like sometimes we'll have clients just be like, hey, are you guys using machinery and whatever else? If we do have to use machinery, we will use it. But a lot of the time, if we're going and doing a small pad in the back, just to save ourselves time, sometimes it's just easier to just fucking dig it out with 4 or 5 guys, man. I'm not even lying, right?
What's the point of actually?
Well, and because then you got to go backtrack and clean up everything you did before, right? And if it's a
whole project, it's a whole scale.
Yes, if it's a whole scale, that's a totally different story.
Then
but if you're
done.
fucking around with doing, a little front walkway and like the side of the house, but you're not touching anything on the left, it's like there's no point of bringing machines and all this shit and ruin. Like it's just you're saving the customer money, you're saving yourself fucking just bullshit, right? Of having to deal with all that when you're done. So
the one thing with Milton, and I'm assuming it's like that everywhere, is everyone keeps building these big houses with small backyards. So it's like to get a machine
the house
in there,
and
it's
maximize the lot.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like fucking any house you go to, their fucking AC unit comes off the wall like fucking a couple feet. So you're only working with like not much space, right, to get into the backyard for a lot of these places. So it just depends.
The AC unit on the roof.
I have no idea. No idea.
Commercially speaking, the AC units are always parked on the roof.
I know.
But I guess most residential homes are always a slope.
I get it, but fuck, why at the side of the house, man? Even the back of the house, anywhere.
Is brutal because
you're fucking anywhere else.
You're given a minimum amount of space. So if you park the AC unit there, you can't walk through that area. It's too tight, right? And then if you put it higher, which we've done in Toronto with dwellings, it's a pain in the ass for maintenance and servicing. They have to come in, they have to bring a ladder, they got to work. And most of the time, technically speaking, MLL wise, you got to work off a scaffold. You can't work off a ladder to maintenance, right? Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about shit. Like I remember Jim, when I was talking to Jim Carrick in early days, and he did a project, one of his first ones that actually got him his TV show. He was talking about how he had a whole backyard project to do, no sides. So then they were renovating the whole house to begin with, and they were going to underpin. So he had the brilliant idea of we're going through the house. So they made a hole in the front, drove all the machinery through the fucking house, built the pool in the back, built the whole backyard, kept on driving back and forth underneath the fucking house because they already were going to underpin. And he did the whole backyard, and then as they were coming back, started building the basement and then got out. And I was like, it's the only way you can do it. There's no other way to get the machinery back there to excavate for a pool and do all the hardscape, the landscape, and everything, right? So it was a smart way to do it. The client paid for it.
We've had to quote someone else just for like wheelbarrows because there's no wheelbarrow access. So it's like we've
How's there no wheelbarrow access?
A lot of townhouses in shit town
are crazy.
Oh, they're all fucking conjoining together, man. And like I tell these people, I'm like, well, I gotta bring wheelbarrows through your house. Like I'm like, you want me to rip out your whole fucking backyard and put sod and everything else? I'm like, I'm gonna have to come through the house. Like I don't. And then they like look at me weird. And then when I tell them that the fucking price is gonna be higher because I have to lift wheelbarrows up and down fucking sets of stairs and everything else.
Ramboard the whole inside. Like it's just, I don't know.
They tell me that I'm out to lunch. So I'm like, you know what? Well, you're actually saving me time because you think I want to fucking go with wheelbarrows to your house? Not really. So
what if you ran conveyor belts from the backyard through the house?
You got a lot of good ideas, eh?
I just get money for that one.
Where the fuck are all these ideas coming from? I love it. I love it.
I'm just saying, you would build a little pocket like to go down, and you got the conveyor belts going, and you just to the front.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty fucking...
Well, I see those guys in the basement when they're fucking...
That's what they're doing.
They're chiseling out the concrete and they're throwing it up on the thing.
You got the shady guys, they all got Home Depot buckets.
Oh, yeah. Or just like those guys in Brampton that are cutting out those doors on the sides of houses. Have you seen those ads on Instagram?
I'm a lover of masonry. I fucking hate seeing that shit.
I know,
I hate seeing... And then they pop the door in there. They pull it right to the front of the edge of the brick. And then it covers up the cut of the brick, and then they caulk it, and they're like, beautiful. That's like, dude, that's fucking... The only thing beautiful is that saw that you used that anchored to cut it, but I could have did that with a quick cut.
Yeah,
you know
no
what
shit.
I mean? But then I would have also toothed all that brick, you know, and I didn't see you put a lintel in there either. Do you know what a lintel is?
Bro.
It ain't a fucking T, you know what I mean? Like, it's like... It makes me nervous when I see this shit.
I see
a few years you'll see cracks. You'll see the zigzag cracks.
I see it happening all the time in Milton, bro. Like all these like the basement renos, and then they make the basement exit.
It's all the egress stuff.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad.
So I just had a neighbor move in right next to me. And it was like, I've been watching. And he hasn't even plowed his drive.
Oh, no?
Hasn't shoveled his drive. But he's already had wood. I heard hammering, and now I've seen some lumber show up. Minor. Don't see a permit or anything like that. It's a walkout. I already know the first thing because I knew my old neighbor. He never did the basement.
Yeah.
So I already know he's going to be doing the basement as a unit. I already know it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just a question of how is it going to be done.
Yeah.
If it's going to be like 15 apartments down there.
Yeah.
Well,
well, that's what I mean, right? That's how it seems, right? So.
Where do you live? Sorry,
Mississauga.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's just like you just watch it. I'm not that guy who's gonna call, go, I don't give a fuck. You don't have a permit. I don't give a shit like that. But if you're gonna build it properly.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like don't be. The flight. Do you know that there's another neighbor that I knew them. They were old school Italians and they moved out, and they were nice people. And then as soon as they sold, they tried to sell at a really ridiculous height. Right? It was kind of house that has the fucking bull horns on the driveway on there, but you know what I'm talking about, right? And I still like it because it was a pretty fucking impressive bull, right? It was a 4 foot long fucking horn, right? And so they finally sell after the second run, and then I see the new owners come in, same vibe, right? And then the worst thing that they did was they masked off all the frames of the windows and all the eavesdrops and all the downspouts. And I already knew what the fuck was coming. They're spray painting all this shit, dark brown. And then they take all the masking off and there's overspray fucking there. And it was like that. It was handed. It was given to the client this way.
Yeah.
Every time I walk by, I'm like, fucking overspray, man, everywhere.
Oh, they didn't go back and touch anything up. They just left everything.
It's on brick.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like you got to really scrub that shit out.
Yeah, no
if
shit.
It's gonna come out.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get wet. Brick is porous.
Yeah.
So even if you try to put something on there, it's just gonna keep on. You're gonna make it worse. I think it's gonna look worse. But I just those quick ways of doing things, I can't stand because it's gonna be an issue later on, right? It's cheaper.
Yeah,
It's cheaper than hiring, people to replace all the eavesdrops, or cheaper than hiring replacing the all the window frames and all that. It drives me crazy. I fucking look at it. I'm like, I wouldn't do it that way, but
cheap. Everybody just wants cheap.
Yeah, man. It's like
It's that kind of world now.
Yeah,
It's, I don't know.
honestly.
But why do they want cheap? They want cheap because they're not going to be there for a long time.
I think that's part of it.
Part of it. And some people are just fucking cheap. Like,
Yeah,
like you know
true.
what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, when we put our quotes together, like we try to be as fair as profitable and as fair as possible, and also as profitable as possible.
You
right?
have to be.
Just like any other business, right? But like,
Starts off as a hobby,
like we
but it becomes a
we always try to
livelihood.
give the homeowner the benefit of the doubt, especially when I show up and I like the conversation we had. I can feel the vibes between us. We're shooting the shit. We go home, I put together some numbers and fucking we're like, okay, we're making X amount. Let's give this guy fucking $250 discount and give him this. Not like, you know what I mean? It's shit like that. And then on top of that, when you do stuff like that, that's when you have your reoccurring clients come back, right? Yep. I've had clients that I've done mulch for but then go back and do a fucking patio for them. So yeah, I made a lousy $600 or $700 doing the mulch, but then when you leave the impression, now you go back, you leave an impression with the interlock pad. Fucking next thing you know, they want to do the front. So that's you got to keep your clients happy.
You want a client who wants to hire a trustworthy person, and that client will continuously hire that person.
And that's all somebody wants.
That's all they want.
Is an honest contractor who's gonna come when the fuck they say they're gonna come, and they're gonna do good work. That's it. And that's all you have to do. If you want to make it in this shit, that's all you have to do. Stand by your fucking word and do good work. And don't fuck anyone. That's it.
I got another neighbor. I've mentioned him on the show before because he's all EV. He's got his stupid Tesla and he's got his he's got his EV lawnmower. I can only assume he's got an EV snowblower. Do they exist?
Yep.
They exist.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding?
I just swear on my life. They do exist.
Ryobi does have
Are
one.
you fucking kidding me?
Ryobi-
I was just like making it. Really?
Yeah, Ryobi and Eagle makes one as well.
How
So does
big is the
DeWalt.
fucking
Oh,
bag?
DeWalt makes one too,
Yeah.
no?
DeWalt makes a battery-powered snowblower?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Oh, fuck yeah, they're expensive.
Does it work?
I don't know.
Who knows?
They say it does. I was honestly gonna buy one to see if it would, like, because I'm a big DeWalt guy. Like, I'll buy everything DeWalt.
Yeah.
So I just noticed that we obviously got that snow. They haven't come out. They haven't shoveled. They haven't done the curb. Nothing. And I'm like looking at this going, are they dead in there? What's going on here? Like, because they're always proud of coming out there and fucking washing their Tesla and then mowing the lawn with that stupid sound. You know what I mean? And then I could.
What the fuck?
What's theirs? What are they at?
Like it's got that hum. It's almost like you're hanging out by a transformer.
Yeah,
on the
literally.
side.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's fucking annoying.
so they haven't come out. They haven't done anything. They haven't shoveled anything.
Well,
Now
maybe they
there's
just
more
like
snow.
to work in the summer, and that's
I think they're retired. They're both retired, and they made a little bit of money because they were always renovating a bunch of shit, right?
well. If they made a little bit of money, get someone
Which
to
is
come
good.
plow
And
the
they got a
fucking
pool
thing.
too. This is what kills me. They're EV everything, but they got a fucking pool. You're not heating that fucking water with electricity. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about hypocrite, right?
Yeah.
I see them drain that fucking pool every spring, and I see them every fall, and like, come on, man. Tree hugging, pool loving, like it doesn't work.
What the fuck
together.
are we doing here?
Yeah,
Like,
you know, enjoy your vegan meal, and I don't give a shit, right? But I'm just curious. I'm almost a little. I got to ask my other neighbors next to them, going, dude, you see any movement in the windows, or what's going on here? Like they haven't come out since the snow.
So you don't even like the EV tools? None of that stuff?
What do you mean, the battery?
Yeah.
I do, but I still be. I'm always going to be a pneumatic nailer.
Oh yeah.
I love the fucking hose. I love the sound of a compressor.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I like pneumatics, right? Yeah, cordless drills, and I'll still, corded SDS. I have a Brute, right? I'll do that over a fucking Milwaukee car battery size battery on their fucking thing there, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of all of them, right? Some
Yeah.
things, yes, but to like I heard of a Husqvarna, and still they're all going electric now on everything.
Yeah, we're looking at switching to like the Ego stuff.
Yeah, we were.
Don't get sucked in by the sales reps. We were talking about this off
yes,
mic.
no, yeah,
Sales reps
100%.
where they're like demanding in a nice way.
Yes, 100%.
To give up your 2-stroke.
Yeah.
To get this new battery one.
Yeah.
And then the battery one don't live up to the 2-stroke.
Exactly. And
you can't get the 2-stroke back after you give it up.
And that's kind of the thing that I was thinking, right? Like if I was going to try to transition over to something like that, it wouldn't be all at once. It wouldn't be all at once. You know what I mean?
You got to give it a try.
Yes, right?
To see if it's going to work for you.
Right?
If it makes your business profitable, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, 100%.
But if it's going to cause problems and now you're going to lose profit, I am not for it.
I'm not for it, 100%. And I
Right?
agree with that. But on the other hand, I only run still shit, right? I'm always fucking on top maintenance, fucking everything, dude. I got fucking chainsaws that I'm pulling fucking 20, 30 times to get to start. These things are fucking brand new. I bought a brand new chainsaw.
Really?
I swear on my life, I bought a brand new chainsaw a couple weeks ago. Me and him went to go remove a dead tree.
Were you talking still or Husqvarna?
Still. I go to fucking cut down the tree. The fucking whole spindle and everything blows out of it after the fourth fucking cut. I just spent $400 on this thing.
You bring it back?
I brought it back.
Yeah,
they fixed it, right? But
they fixed it. They didn't replace it.
But listen to this, right? Ever since COVID started, I used to use Still for my old company, whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start using Still when I open my own business. The first trimmer I got, the best trimmer on the market, the 111, the FR 111 or whatever, it cost me like fucking almost $1,000, right? The first week I was using it, fucked off on me. Totally fucked off on me.
What happened? Like it
I guess when COVID hit, they started just cheaping out on the parts. And that's it. And that's even what they told me there. The guy at Still told me that their shit is slowly getting more shit as the years go on because of whoever's been putting this shit in.
Why? Are they doing it to force you to go EV?
I think I think
that's what they're doing.
Too much on EV, where it's like, okay, that's the way the world's going. So who kind of cares about the rest of it?
So everyone's jumping off a cliff. You're going to jump off the cliff?
No, fuck. I'm not
It
going to
didn't
jump.
work for the Spartans. Like it doesn't fucking happen. Like
I know.
Attention contractors and construction professionals. Do you feel like your expenses are way too high? Imagine cutting your spending by 28%. At Schooley Mitchell, they dig deep to help you save on essential expenses that could be impacting your bottom line. Their risk-free analysis allows you to concentrate on your trade while they find those savings for you. Don't let extra expenses keep you from achieving the success you deserve. Reach out today to schedule your risk-free analysis and unlock your savings. Find them at www.schooleymitchell.com/AEGIUGGIO/about. Or reach out to them at erica.jugio@schooleymitchell.com. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life.
But yeah, and that's
I don't
the thing.
agree with it.
And they're still trying to charge an arm and a leg for the battery shit. And honestly, like, we've looked at a bunch of battery powered equipment, right? Like just looking around, and honestly, like the best one that we found, like for the actual battery wise and tool wise, would be Ego, because they just came out with a whole new commercial line. Have you heard of them before?
I've never heard of Ego. No.
So Ego, it's like
they're like the best. Yeah.
So it's go on.
Well, no, they're basically a battery company that became now a power tool company. So they build these batteries that are supposed to have like more power, last longer.
For what tools? For bigger tools like quick cuts and things. And
so now, well, they're trying to get into like everything. So they have like a lot of the handheld stuff, but
really?
they're like everything.
The US based?
I'm pretty sure they're US
I'm almost
based.
positive they're US based.
I thought Flex was trying to do that way back,
but
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I've never heard of Eagle. No, I don't know.
Flex
I'm a Bosch guy. I still have some Bosch Nightcat stuff that I still use, right?
Oh yeah, Bosch,
because it works.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Flex was more like the construction side of it, where like Ego I think is more going into like the landscape.
The landscaping side.
Like they don't still have like impact drills or any like none of like the.
But they might get into. No, we don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But dude, they got a fucking handheld blower there that shoots 100 CFM. Which is crazy, or 1,000 CFM. Sorry,
off of battery.
Off a battery handheld blower.
How long does it last? Full throttle.
Full throttle of I don't know.
Will you get a day out of it or no?
It depends. It depends.
You'll get a day out of it.
You can get a day out of it probably on a 6 amp.
How much is it?
Oh fuck! I don't think it's that expensive. I think it's six something with without a battery.
I'm still raking leaves, eh?
Yeah, well, but I got a BR600 backpack blower, and that only shoots 500 CFM, and I paid fucking $750 for that. This handheld shoots 1,000 CFM, dude. I held the thing; it's like fucking kickback, dude.
I wish
it's crazy.
Backup blower they would give you the fucking armrest, the arms thing, so you can fly a little bit too, right? So when you finish blowing everything, you can go for a little fucking ride, right? You remember those things in the 70s?
Yeah.
I would totally love that. If they fucking still built that, right? Little turbine, like fucking exhaust coming out.
Fuck, that's so funny that you say that.
That would be fucking amazing. You've done your job, you're like looking forward to the end.
Fly to the backyard.
Yeah.
Fucking right up over the fence, see you later.
I think there's someone on the roof. No, there's nobody on the roof. He just flew. $500 for the battery one?
Yeah, I believe it's something around
lasts all day.
The batteries are the most expensive part.
The batteries are,
but you get one battery with the.
So it depends. Some of them come in bundles, and
there's different kits.
So the machine is $500.
Yeah.
And how much is the battery?
It depends which one. So they sell anything from like
a battery that's going to last all day. How much is that battery?
Probably, I want to say those are probably, I think I think $700.
$600.
See, but then there's the argument that like we could all have, right? I know.
I'm back to the two-stroke.
And listen, like I said, like even when me and him were talking about potentially transferring over some of our tools, and like it wouldn't be anything. It would be like maybe an extended pole saw, a hedge. Like I don't use this stuff a lot, right? Yeah. So it's like why do I have something that's a gasser that if I'm only going to use it for half an hour, if I can get away with it's,
but you gotta constantly keep the batteries charged.
Believe me and him go back and forth all the fucking time saying like, do we do it? Do we not? Should we grab a couple and obviously still keep some of my still shit just in case this shit decides to fuck off and like, you know?
Yeah, but what are you doing? Are you battery charging at your shop all day? It
would be probably on the go in my truck and then also have one at the house, right?
Like I want to build like a container where you just pull like the like like the DeWalt charging packs, like they have the tough systems where like you just pull it out. I want to do that for the Egos, so you can literally just put it in the back of the truck, pull it out, plug the whole system back into the wall, and it charges overnight. Pick the case back up and throw it back in the truck.
Yeah, that would.
And the thing is, it's like I'm still gonna keep gas equipment. I'm gonna keep my gas blowers. I'm still gonna have a combi system with every attachment that I need in case something goes wrong with this shit, right?
But isn't that what EV owners do? So when they want to go on a road trip, they never take their car. They'll rent a combustible engine car.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I know.
So now you're buying two tools to operate your business.
Yes, but also selling a bunch of my other tools, replacing those with electrical tools.
He likes the gas. I want to completely get rid of the gas. I like the EVs. I hate the EV cars. I can't stand them because I think the charging system.
But you see the profitability with EV tools?
Yeah, I could too.
There's like literally no maintenance for them. Like you do the chains and stuff. You're doing chainsaws, but there's nothing else. There's no car rebuild kits. You don't have to go buy two-stroke, go get gas.
Oil,
no.
And these guys are good. If you fucking break something, you bring it into them that day.
Eagle will take care of it.
They give you a new unit, or they take care of it that day.
And the one thing with some of the EV stuff is they're not serviceable. So when it's done, it's done. But the new Ego commercial stuff that they came out is like replaceable parts. So if anything ever does go wrong with it, you just pull the cover off.
Yeah. What's the part though that you're replacing? It's a battery.
Just motors. Like there's like a big motor, and then there'll be different like sensors. So like some of them have like the chainsaw has like an oil gauge and stuff. Like all just like little miscellaneous like sensors basically. The same with like anything
Yeah,
electric.
it makes sense.
But yeah,
It makes sense. I don't know. I just don't like the industry telling us that we have to go this way.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't even really that, right? Like I'm big on gas shit, right? Like we went to the conference show, and like obviously the guy's a sales rep, so he's obviously trying to sell us the fucking
recently?
shit. Yeah, the landscape.
Was it good?
Oh yeah,
Great,
no, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Really informative. Met a lot of people. But yeah, I mean.
He was being honest about everything?
Well, they let you test all the stuff there.
Yeah.
So they put
we were
like
testing
a
everything.
still chainsaw, like an Eagle
Well, it's indoors.
chainsaw,
There's
Milwaukee.
no exhaust, so you can do whatever you want there,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Try it
No, I
out.
think they had it because they had gas ones there, did they not? I think it was like a full
Yeah, I think
system.
they did. I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you test like it's still compared to like the
Dude, the
Eagle one was
Eagle
unbelievable.
chainsaw ripped through a fucking that tree, no problem. Like it was, and no kickback at all. Like I went down smooth, and then as soon as I came back up, there was no like when I come back up with my still, normally kicks back a bit. This was just like fucking butter, dude.
It's like
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was electric.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't believe it till you see it. Like once you actually like see it and see how it's like used, you're kind of you're
So price
sold.
comparison though, the same chainsaw from another manufacturer.
They're honestly about the same. They're on
about
par.
there?
They're
Really?
on par, but it's the batteries. But it'd be the same thing as me going to Still and buying their electric chainsaw, but then buying their batteries. But to be honest with you, Still's batteries, they're fucking garbage. All these those batteries are garbage. Like the way the guy was explaining this shit to me, and me and him we've done a lot of research, because I'm not just switching over at fucking everything for nothing, right? We did a lot of research, and like, dude, like he was saying, like, this place is a battery company. They started off as a battery company. So they made sure that their battery at first was the best that it could be, right? And then they're like, okay, well, what do we do with this? Well, now let's start making, landscape shit. So they came out with their whole like homeowner section. And then this year they just dropped a commercial. Okay. So they just dropped a commercial. Dude, all the shit's fucking carbon fiber, light as shit. Like it would be like working with nothing in your hands, bro. It's like light. Yeah, they have everything.
They got a little dirt bike. Like,
yeah, they got a little fucking dirt bike, bro. Yeah, we're going to buy it.
Maybe.
We'll see.
They got a little, how fast does it go?
I think it was.
I don't know. It's just like an
it's just like
one,
a small little one.
I think
that
the
you
max
fuck
can do
around
is
on.
30K.
Yeah, 30K. But hey, if you got the batteries and everything already, fuck, why not?
Oh, so you can interchange?
Yeah, you can all
It's
of that
the same
shit's
thing as like
interchanging.
DeWalt and Milwaukee. Like you can literally put this battery in every single tool they have. That's why like you can buy 3 or 4 batteries and be fine for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
No sound whatsoever on the bike, nothing at all. Lower there would be no.
Quiet.
It's just blades going
Fucking
around.
just
That's all
nice
it
and
was.
quiet. And you know what? Like now that I'm getting older, it's like almost nice to like
Not hear that humming.
not hear like in my ears all
two-stroke
day.
humming.
Like
I love the 2-stroke smell, but when you're like holding like a saw above your head, just blowing in your face for so long, you kind of, I don't know.
And like they did a really great job on the design. Like I said, everything's carbon fiber, dude. They got like a nice, like, it's like a not a touch screen, but you burp it and it shows everything. On the chainsaw, you can set like how much oil like is feeding through your chain as you're cutting through bigger logs. So it's like, dude, you can adjust fucking everything on these. Like when I was looking at them, it's like a fucking smartphone. Like
Makes
it's
sense.
like, you know what I mean? Which like, yeah, more could probably go wrong. But like if I can just take something into them and they fucking swap it out for me, it's like that's
So
kind
give
of
it a
what
go.
us landscapers need,
If
right?
it works, it works. If it makes you guys money and it's like,
Well, that's what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm going to go and fucking buy everything right away. I'm still
but
going to
it-
keep some of my shit.
it doesn't
'cause I
sound
have
like
to.
you're making a decision because you're trying to save the planet. It sounds like you're making a decision because it's actually going to make your business thrive.
Yeah.
People are going to fucking use gas anyways. Like,
Yeah.
like
I love
you know
gas
what
and
I mean?
everything else. Dirt bikes, jet
Regardless,
ski,
like-
all the toys. It's just for this. It's
People
like,
are going to use gas. The way we look at it is every year when I take my stuff in, it costs me about $1,200 to get everything maintained, go
Yeah.
over everything, sharpen everything, gas, fucking
Oil.
wear and tear, oil, all this shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you can get away from, like, even if I spend $7,000 on buying all that shit, right? And that stuff lasts me for the next 3 years, it's like I'm pretty much made my money back. You know what I mean?
The other issue that I have with battery anything, and especially with the cars, because nobody really discusses this, is the disposal. So we know that in Canada here, we just recently discovered that none of our recycling is going into recycling. It's all going to disposal. It's all getting into the landfill. So I'm like, I've been very vocal. I don't even fucking separate this shit anymore. I only separate the organics. That's all I do.
yeah.
Garbage goes in my recycling. I don't give a fuck. It's as simple as that. It goes. Black bags, everything, it goes. Seriously. It's just because that's what they're doing to it. But nobody ever talks about disposing the batteries of EVs or disposing. Nobody. You see that little container at the big box stores where you can drop off your copper tops and your Energizers. But nobody ever talks about batteries from tools, batteries from cars. Nobody's talking about that end of life use and that battery. Where does it go?
Yeah, I think it's terrible. I think.
Where does it go? Is it being covered up like the recycling? We all assume like here's a cardboard box. I'm gonna cut up in little pieces. I'm gonna fold it, put it in there nice. It's all going to recycling. It ain't fucking going to recycling. So where are the batteries? I want to know where the batteries are going.
Where do they say they're going to go now?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Anyone say anything about
when
that?
I go to I guess when I go to the waste management, well, you know, sometimes you go to the bin or whatever, and they've got the paint section so you can drop off all your paint, and all they do is they put it into one big container, and they're just mixing the paint, and then I guess that drum is getting buried somewhere, probably next to cartel drums or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But then you give them the batteries too. You give them the car batteries, and they're like, you never really think, okay, where does this fucking battery go? Like there's acid in there, there's all kinds of shit. Like where does it go? Where are all the tool batteries? When your tool batteries die, what do people do with it? They just throw it out.
Just throw it in the garbage.
Put it into the bin. Put it into the bin.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about where does it go? Let me know the whole food chain. That's why too many questions that haven't been answered for me to be pleasing regarding EVs.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree.
So if they told you that it was just thrown out, would that change your mind?
Oh, then it's like now you guys are really wasting this fucking purpose here, right? It just gets thrown out.
Yeah.
So now you got something that's acidic or something that could be causing contamination in the ground. Where you fight us on building sites where you found an old house and it had an oil tank in the basement, and now we've got to do a bunch of environmental studies on the ground there. But you guys are throwing fucking batteries in the ground?
Yeah, that part I think is dumb.
What is it? There's a where the fuck is it? It's somewhere in Toronto. No, not Toronto, Mississauga. There's a whole yard that was a dump for fucking contaminated material. And they never let the residents around that know that that's what was going on.
That's crazy.
And they still did it for years and years and years. Now nobody can build on that land because that soil is so contaminated. But yet as a builder, you get fucked over by the city to prove the moment you discover something. Even if it's not leaking, you still have to prove that the soil is not.
What is the reason why you can't build on that? I never understand that.
Because of off-gassing and shit, you start excavating and all of a sudden you can have issues later on. You're growing a third arm or something. I don't fucking know. Like it's all chemicals in the ground.
Yeah, no,
That's what it is. So then they just bar it off and just say, well, you can't build in this area. Why? Oh, because we've been pouring really fucking dangerous shit in this area for a while. Why didn't you let us know that you were doing
or
that?
tell anyone about it.
Like even the guy before that we were doing on the show, he was telling me about how he does abatement stuff. And there's a lot in New York, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, where does it get shipped to? And he just said that it gets shipped to Ohio. So all the New York dangerous hazardous materials get shipped to Ohio. I know that Toronto's hazardous materials get shipped to New York.
Why are we not shipping straight to Ohio?
So I don't understand. I don't know. So why are we just like it's a full circle? We're just shipping everything. Everybody's just shipping. It's musical.
Is Ohio the last destination, or is there somewhere
there's
else?
a lot of shadiness, man. There's a lot of shadiness going on. That's why I just start to question. So the whole EV saving the planet argument, shit like that, like it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's probably not a good thing, but I don't view it as a saving the planet thing as much as a.
No.
If it's going to be profitable, it's going to help you. I've heard the hardscaper guys. Listen, it's a lot easier for me to grab my battery DeWalt quick cut. I'll make this one cut that I need to do instead of me trying to get the quick cut and try to string it.
And that's the thing, right? It's like fuck. Half the time you go to use some of your still, like I got a still quick cut. Fuck, how many times did that thing start this year? It didn't, right? And I just got a service last year, so it's like when I can go and just press, because I just got one of those DeWalt concrete saws. When I can go and just press a button and get a fucking cut done in a fucking minute, instead of waiting around for 10 minutes trying to let my fucking still warm up just so I can get it going.
Plus your arm. Like the older you get, how many pulls do you have in your arm, right?
Well, fuck, how many times did we pull that one tiller last year?
Fuck, I
think it was like 112.
I keep on going thinking that it's going to turn over at this time.
Bro, you know when you like hear it where it's like, okay, this is
like about to go?
Yeah.
It's about to go? Well, I heard that for fucking 40 pulls. 40? Dude,
112
so
by
listen,
the end of it. 112 pulls.
I had...
Is it not flooded by then?
No, this was in like spurts where we were like, we're going to wait.
I bought a still tiller off Facebook Marketplace probably fucking 6 years ago, right? Just to go around and do veggie gardens and shit with. Well, long story short, I still have it till this day, right? So we were using it this year. About halfway through the year, we're starting to fucking bog out on me. So it was like one of our last jobs where we just sod cut out fucking everything. I'm just going to take a tiller to it so we can get the grade right. I tell him, I'm like, over under 7 pulls. He's like, over.
You guys are gambling.
So I start fucking, I'm on this thing, right? 20.
No.
Yep, 30. I'm like, okay, let it sit.
My arm hurts already, man.
But then it was like fucking like 20 times. It was like, it was about to go. I had it going and then it just shut off. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I went and sold that pretty much that day. And then I went to Still and got another tiller because I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this shit.
The guy who buy it goes, hey, it worked great?
No, the guy that bought it off me was like, I'm just going to go fix this and go sell it. I'm like, fucking have it. He was like, I'm looking for something to do. I'm bored. He's like, I'm a small mechanic. Well, I'm like, fuck. Well, that's good to know.
These guys know how to fix this shit.
Well, that's what I mean, right? I'm like, I don't really got the time to fucking go around and fuck with this shit. And especially when I've had something for 3 or 4 years and I've already made my money off it. Just fucking get rid of it and go get something new.
But it's like fix it for how long? Like you get it serviced, it works for like a month, and then it's like,
what I gotta get it serviced again? Like what?
I think the companies are just building these products to fail, man.
No, they are, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, and it was bad, and they started doing it right at the beginning of COVID is when it happened, because all this still shit after COVID has been nothing but garbage, nothing but problems, nothing but bringing shit in. It's like I'm fucking more there having my equipment there than I am on site fucking using their shit. That's the reason why it makes me think, should I try another brand? Should I, put my money somewhere else instead of
Husqvarna because they're going all electric.
Well, that's what I mean. But the thing is like, and when we're talking about Ego and shit, like Ego's batteries trump Still in Husqvarna's batteries by like a lot, dude. Like the power that those batteries put out.
I can only imagine still where their batteries from? They're not internal.
Their batteries are shit, man. I'll tell you right now.
Someone else's batteries.
I'll tell you right now, Still's batteries are fucking shit. They're garbage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. If you waste your money on Still shit, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
This show's brought to you by Still. No. They told me that. I was shocked when they told me that. And I was like, you guys are going to change your entire platform to battery? And I was like, I didn't say it. I was just thinking to myself, bad move.
Yeah.
In my opinion, bad move.
No, and I agree.
Consider Expert Plumbing and Drains. When it comes to plumbing, you need someone who's not just skilled, but truly cares about the job they do. Someone like Aaron Bolin and his team at Expert Plumbing and Drains. Aaron has been in the trade for years, and he's built his reputation on one thing: commitment. Commitment to his craft, his crew, and most importantly to you, the client. At Expert Plumbing and Drains, it's not just fixing pipes, it's about delivering the best possible service every single time on every single project. So whether you're dealing with a leaky faucet, a stubborn drain, or planning a full plumbing overhaul, Aaron and his team are ready to tackle it all with skill, integrity, and a passion for excellence. Need help now? Call Expert Plumbing and Drains at 905-531-4111. That's 905-531-4111. Or visit them at www.expertplumbinganddrains.com and on social media at Expert Plumbing and Drains Canada. Experience the difference of working with a team that's dedicated to getting the job done right. Because at Expert Plumbing and Drains, your satisfaction is their top priority. You can also email Aaron directly at aaron@expertplumbinganddrains.com. Expert Plumbing and Drains, where expertise meets care. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life.
I think half of it's shit. Like I bought a lot of that DeWalt, like the blower, trimmer and all that stuff, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
it's like the 20-volt household.
Well, it's like the homeowner shit, right?
But
that's more of a loyalty thing.
Yeah,
like
that's why
they just want to get in there and just like, listen, he's already a DeWalt guy on the job site.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to take his yard tools and make them DeWalt.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we'll sell him piece of shit DeWalt yard tools and he'll be happy.
And he'll fucking love it because it matches all his other shit.
And you could take that little picture of all of his shit all together.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like,
post it on his Instagram.
Can you tell which one I am? Tell me I'm a DeWalt guy without telling me I'm a DeWalt guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Does it actually work? I want to see these tools work, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's all for the gram, man.
Yeah, no, exactly. It is.
Where do you guys, so what's the future, man? Now you guys are
big shit.
Endless, yeah.
Everything.
Big shit.
Everything. We just
tone down on the snow for next year.
Snow is gonna be a no-go for me next year, and especially for him. We want to, like I said, we want to focus on this, the landscaping, and we want to focus on what we're doing inside as well. So that's our main focus.
Employees.
Yeah, employees.
That's always a challenge.
Yeah, we do have employees. So I think
you guys get people hired, like reaching out to you much younger than you guys to be employees.
Yeah,
Mostly the
a
same
couple.
age?
Well, friends or family, right? Like my one buddy's cousin, like he'll come in and work for us. He's like 17, 18. I just have him fucking edging beds and mulching and shit, right?
That's cool.
But honestly, yeah, like I don't even get a lot of people reaching out technically to me like for work, right? So it's like just kind of, but we know a bunch of, we know a lot of guys, like a lot of my, like I said, I work with a lot of my friends, right? A lot of my friends, like my one buddy's a fucking pilot, right? So he comes in whenever, you know, he's not got anything going on.
Commercial? Or is he small plane?
No, he's commercial.
Commercial?
Yeah.
We have a couple buddies.
Yeah, we got
here
a couple
in Canada.
buddies that fly planes. Fuck.
Wow.
Shout out to my boys that fly planes.
Are they with Canadian Airlines or are they with
Air Canada?
Yeah, Air Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
Air Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one started with Porter, and then he switched to Air Canada, and the other guy was WestJet. Now he's Air Canada.
WestJet flight attendants are pretty funny. They're entertaining. Air Canada's flight attendants are dicks.
Oh fuck, man. Oh, I know. I only fly Air Canada. I believe me. I know.
I just might as well just be a little humorous. I just find
Yeah.
it funny, right?
Well, yeah.
You're on a tube.
I don't know why everyone's so mad in this life, man. Like, fuck, dude. Like,
First of all,
everyone's
you're
so
going
miserable
somewhere.
for no fucking
you're
reason.
going someplace else.
Yeah.
Like I love the days that you wake up in one city
Yeah.
and you go to sleep in another city.
Yeah, and then
Whether
you
it's
wake up
business or
drunk.
personal.
Yeah, come on.
So it's like you can't be fucking angry.
Yeah.
If there's a shitload of turbulence and there's a fear that you might die, then that's
Yeah,
a different
okay,
story.
well then, yeah, but-
that's probably when you're quiet and you're not angry at anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're praying to
yeah,
every
you're praying to God,
possible.
right?
Nobody ever has a rabbit's foot anymore, huh? Nobody rubs that shit anymore.
no,
that
fuck
doesn't
no.
exist anymore.
No.
I don't think so. I
No,
haven't
that's
seen
cruel
one.
for the environment. That's
Yeah.
cruel for animal rights. You can't walk around with a rabbit's foot right next off of your leather fucking belt. You know what I mean? That would make no sense, right? So many shit things are gone. I miss payphones.
Oh fuck.
You're holding it like this and you don't want to fucking touch it because it's all. You dare don't bear. You know, it'd be nice to change the light bulb of a payphone to black light.
Oh God.
You guys are too young to remember Speaker's Corner.
What was it?
Speaker's Corner?
No, what is that?
Chump City, you know, at the Peter and Queen, you know, yeah. So it was back.
heard of
This
it.
is way before social media. So you pop a loony. I think it was a loony at the time, and you would get 2 minutes of video, and you could just rant, right? So you just shoot the shit, and Mike Myers was on there, like in the
was
early
he?
days, right? He did that, but then you started finding out that there was a whole X-rated version of Speaker's Corner. You put the loony, and people were fucking in there, and then you can only imagine people jerking off in there, and people just spewing, and I'm like,
Like the old time OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was
Shit,
old
they,
school.
they were onto something back then.
That's
Fuck,
what I
man.
mean, right? So it's just
Shit.
like, yeah, like there's different things that you kind of, certain things is kind of shady and shit. But
Oh, yeah.
So it's weird what people complain about today compared to what the fuck it was back in then, right?
Everyone's gonna complain no matter what.
Fucking people
It's always
complain about
something.
everything, bro.
Don't ever
Yeah.
complain to anybody that's serving you food.
No,
No,
fuck
that's
no.
Bad fucking move, man. Bad fucking move.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss the old days, but some of the new technology is good. But sometimes you like thinking, disconnect me, man. Like,
Oh man, sometimes
fucking
you
unplug me.
fucking have to, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like when my phone's going crazy and fucking Instagram and all this shit, sometimes like at the end of the night,
My
you just gotta
notifications
fucking
are
shut
off, dude.
You just gotta
I
shut
have
off,
to.
man. You have to. And like, yeah. And that's the biggest thing is being able to fucking take yourself away from that space for a bit and be like,
It's hard though if you're getting work from it.
Yes,
or
I know.
inquiries about.
I know,
work
I know.
for it.
And that's the thing. And that's why it's nonstop, right? Because you don't want to miss any of that shit, right?
But those are the good notifications. You'll take
Yeah.
those ones.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you gotta
believe
sift through.
Believe me,
Yeah.
I get messages about, and I tell people now, right? When I get messages for just like people wanting something randomly done, I have a $500 minimum. I'm not showing up for less than $500.
Good.
If your job is $500 or more, sure, I'll come have a look at it.
Good.
But I'm done wasting my time going over to people's house. Oh, you know, I need this, like maybe $400 or $500 worth of work. I don't do $400 or $500 worth of work. You know what I mean? I show up for $500, right? Depending on what it is. It depends,
You know
right?
your value of what you're
It
bringing
always
to the
depends.
table.
I have clients who I do stuff for, and it's, you know, $300-$400, but they've been with me since I started. You know what I mean? I take care of those people. I take care of my people. At the end of the day, if you can get fucking 5 or 6 jobs at $400 or $500 and bang all of them out in a day, you're still making money, right? So it's like you can't say no to all the small guys, but a lot of the guys that are, you know, fucking kicking tires and, you know, they want shit for fucking $150, $200. Well, it cost me $200 just to get down here from my house, bro. I drive a 25 fucking 100, dude, and I got a 5-ton dump trailer on the back. You know what I mean?
100-liter tank.
Yeah, it cost me fucking $220 to fill it a week. You know what I mean? And it's like, and people want to sit around and bitch about my pricing and everything else, right? It's like, well, I could show you on paper where all that money's coming from and why I'm quoting you this, right? So,
well, and I don't think like the people don't bitch. Like the clients that want stuff done don't bitch. It's the clients that are like in that $100 to $400 range.
Those are the ones that are bitching.
But they'll find a person that will do
Exactly.
that price.
And they will. They won't be me.
And then they'll have a bad taste now of everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's in every level of construction.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of whatever they can, right? That's just a problem.
And a lot of people try to take advantage of contractors too, right? Like for me, like on the bigger jobs, yeah, we do contracts, but if we're going in to do a job for like, let's say $1,000, right? I always tell the homeowner, like, listen, we don't need a contract for this. It's small, whatever. I trust you. You trust me.
We'll take care
That's
of
how
each
it
other.
works. You're
Simple.
one of my, like, we're all Miltonians, like, and yeah, like it's just.
It kind of goes back to like that Facebook thing. It's like word of mouth. Like if nobody's going to hire
The
us.
reliability. They want that reliability.
And that's what I mean. That's why when I tell people to post us, it gives other people a sense of, you know what, these kids are good. And these, they're good. They're good at what they do. They show up and everything, right? And that's why this year, like, I want to get a little bit more into like the content creation. I want people to see, me before they come to me, like call me for a price, right? Like if I'm in a video, at least they can look at me and say, oh, that's who runs the company, right? And then maybe with that, they'd be like,
connectivity.
You know what? They feel a little bit more confident bringing me to the door because fuck, some of these contractors, you call them, you have no idea what the fuck they look like, and they show up at your door like they fucking are homeless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
that's you? I didn't realize that was you. Why don't you you could probably easily take one of the battery powered mowers or something like that and just write your name in the lawn or something. No? Fucking no.
Well, fuck, what I've been seeing.
But you can do that in post, and you can do it in AI today. You can do that, right?
Oh, fuck
But if you're standing there and you do it in the grass before you cut the grass the way you want to cut it, and then you get the name in there, and then all of a sudden you do a drone shot, and it's like, here you go, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Or
yeah,
leave it like that with
that'd be
the
a
client.
tough one to do with a lawnmower. Though.
That's a tough. Yeah.
I don't think I'm that good with it.
Use the tiller.
Oh fuck. Yeah, if it'll start, fuck's sake.
I'm not saying do the landscape. That's too fucking hard, man. You're not putting font on the ground now. No. You can do the flowers. No.
Hey, my buddy made that. He made that logo for
I
me
like
a couple
that
years
logo.
ago. Shout out Taylor. Thank you, buddy. I
like
appreciate
logo.
that.
It's a great logo.
It's a great logo, and I'll keep it forever. So.
I'm gonna do the 12 questions. Anything else you guys want to share? We didn't really talk. Well, no, we talked about shadiness. People coming in, underbidding everybody and doing a shit job.
That's fucking everyone.
That's every level of fucking
Buddy,
construction.
we deal with it all the fucking time.
I can't stand that.
You got
shit.
kids that are like 18, 19 with a pickup truck and think they're a contractor, and they go and do we get undercut all the time, right? It just depends what people want to do, who they want to spend their money on. But you get what you pay for.
905-462-6511. Find them on Facebook, IG, Draven and Anthony. All right, so a person you guys would trade places with for a day.
Shit.
Maybe you.
I want to see what you're dating.
I'm a traitor. I'm a racist. I'm a fucking old man, grumpy. Like that. I've been called.
Okay, so we're the same then.
We're just 30 years apart.
I don't know. Maybe I'll switch places with him, see what it's like to fucking do what he's doing over there.
No, honestly,
Switching cameras, man.
I honestly think it'd be fun to like just talk to people, like kind of
It
get
is
the ins
fun.
and outs about
Yeah.
everyone's business, because it's one of those things that nobody really knows until you start to like kind of dive deep into everybody, and
Yeah.
it'd be kind of cool to see.
I like that people are willing to kind of just share, right? And they share shit off mic too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
even better. Sometimes I learn a bunch of, like you
Yeah.
told me about something when we first met.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take you up on that too,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Like fucking. So no, that's yours. So what are yours?
Trade places with someone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in the same boat as him. I just like hearing people's stories and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even coming here and talking like with you today, it's like, you've been in the construction, you've done this shit, right? So it's like, yeah, hearing people's stories and pretty much learning. That's what we want to do. We want to learn as much as possible in the next like 5 to fucking 10 years, just so it makes us better as contractors, right? Like even me and him, like we know how to do most of our shit, but we still go out of our way to go do courses and we go do some of this stuff
which is good.
just to learn other
Do you
shit.
reach out to other guys? Older
Oh
guys?
yeah, like
Sometimes,
yeah. So
Yeah?
like I reached out
Are they
to
receptive?
yeah, a lot
Good.
of a lot of guys, and they really like that in the industry because we're young and like we're grinding. They like to see that, right? And they want to help push us in the right direction. So I've reached out to a couple bigger guys up in Milton, and they reach out to me. I've been on phone calls with them. They talk to me about stuff, and that's how it is, right? Just creating
I
connections.
schedule calls. If they start sending me a bunch of questions, I go, listen, dude, let's just schedule a call.
Well, yeah,
'cause it
exactly,
makes
right?
more sense, right?
And yeah, so sometimes you pick up the phone and you talk to these guys. A lot of these guys are older than me. They've been in the trade way longer than I have. If you can learn anything from anyone, and even if it's just like
benefit,
having a
you know?
conversation like this, right? So.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Smoking marijuana.
I like toys, like I don't know, like motorcycles, jet skis, like anything
I
like
thought you
that.
were like Legos. Or
No,
shit.
Oh fuck no! Fuck
when I was
no!
12.
Hey, our Lego is our interlock. Okay, that's when we fucking do Lego. Okay, when we're
Toys,
building
okay.
shit in the
Yeah,
summer.
yeah, okay. What's your least favorite tool? Oh fuck!
Anything Ryobi. Anything fucking Ryobi.
It looks like shit.
It fucking is shit.
It's
Yeah, but they
marketed
have-
as shit.
They have so many different
But
options for
they
everything.
do.
Like
They
I
do.
wish DeWalt made everything Ryobi made. Like
I
they
want
got
to meet the marketing rep for Ryobi and see his blind walking stick. Like, I don't fucking understand it,
Dude,
man.
Ryobi makes this sound system, that like you can clip it onto different parts of the room and you connect to all of these things, and it's a full fucking surround system in the room, dude. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen, but
Off
I'd
of,
never
like a boombox or something.
Yeah, it's like you connect to a boombox and then it has all these little mini speakers. You can go and clip them into the corner of the fucking room, so you have full surround sound
Like,
while
if
you're
you're at a job
working.
site, every single room will have the same sound going. Like the accessories that Ryobi makes is ridiculous.
It's crazy,
like,
but the tools
many
are
things.
fucking garbage.
But okay, so why doesn't Milwaukee do that?
That's what I don't know why do like that. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't get it.
Patented thing or something.
Yeah,
You
no,
think it's a
there's no
patent
fucking
thing?
way.
No
Not
way.
a chance.
I think it's just more for like the homeowner, like where it's
Yeah.
like I don't know.
What, they go in their garage and they set up the Ryobi boombox and they get speakers in every fucking corner?
Like a home gym,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, exactly. I saw a guy on Instagram. He did that. He set it up. Went and set everything up. We do
Does
the
it
same.
sound like it's coming out of a cup or
That's
something?
the problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's the
Ryobi
thing.
stuff. So who knows?
Biggest risk you guys ever took?
Starting my business, probably
Yeah.
be my biggest risk. Yeah.
Probably. I was like I bought a house when I was a bit younger, and that was probably like
You're
the
fucking 24?
28.
28?
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, that was probably like the biggest, like scariest decision I guess I've made. But
By yourself?
Yeah, yeah,
Holy fuck, good for you, man.
yeah. Well, I mean, like at the time, it's one of those things where it's like, holy shit, like what
Fuck
am I
it.
doing? Yeah. No, I wasn't even fucking. Like I was like, I like planned everything. Like I was like, holy shit, this is gonna cost like this, and this. Like I knew I was gonna make
renovating
it.
it?
Yeah, I renovated it.
Oh yeah, I did a bunch of shit there.
yeah.
Looks
I like-
good, man. It's a nice fucking place.
Good. Build the future you dream of with Generation Construction. Your home is where life happens, where your style shines, and where your future begins. Whether it's your first home, a space for growing family, or a place all your own, you need a builder who understands your vision and brings it to life. At Generation Construction, they ensure your home is everything you've imagined. Greg, the visionary behind Generation Construction, knows that today's homeowners, they want more than just walls. They want a space that reflects who they are. At Generation Construction, they don't just build houses, they craft homes that are uniquely yours. With a reputation for excellence, trust, and a commitment to working with the best, Generation Construction offers a seamless, stress-free experience that ensures your home stands strong for years to come. Contact Generation Construction today at 705-961-5562 in the Muskoka area and 647-381-0361 in the Greater Toronto area, or visit them at www.generationconstructionltd.com. For inquiries, email Greg at greg@generationconstructionltd.com. Let's build your dream project together. This message is proudly supported by the Construction Life.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Best compliment you guys ever got?
Oh, a couple of years ago, me, him, and my other buddy Justin, we're working on a site, and obviously it's hot as fuck in the summer, so we all have our tarps off, right? And obviously, fuck, we look good, you know. So I'm up on the ladder. I'm hedging this hedge, right? And this lady walks by, and she looks at us three, and she's like, "You guys," she's like, "Just so you guys know, I have a husband, right? but she's like, you three might be the hottest landscapers I've ever seen in my life. Then she went on to say, I'd like to take a picture with you guys.
She had like a blog post or something. She's
she
like,
has like a vlog. She has like a couple thousand followers on a vlog,
Is it
right?
on OnlyFans?
So she takes this picture, right? So we're like, okay, fuck, we're never gonna see this picture again, right? Well, my buddy Justin fucking goes online that night on Instagram, finds the picture, and sends it to us in the group, and it's this woman, and she literally posts in the thing. She's like, I have a husband, but I met these three beautiful men today.
Why does she keep on saying she has a husband?
I have no idea.
That's her self-therapy.
But yeah, I know.
have a husband.
I have a husband. But no, it was, that's probably like one of the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened to me.
Hilarious, man.
Yeah, and that happened to both of us. So
What's her handle?
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I don't know.
We have the picture somewhere.
Yeah, we have the picture somewhere. It's fucking hilarious.
What's your favorite beverage? Red Bull.
Sugar-free, baby.
Does it make a difference?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
the
You can't
other
really
one
taste
better?
it. You can't really taste the difference. I fucking love Red Bull, man. It's so bad.
Really?
So bad. But yeah, I'll drink
just
like
love
2 or 3 a
sugar-free
day.
everything.
Second there, you sounded like Jim Carrey and Yes Man. I fucking love Red Bull.
I fucking love Red Bull, man. Fuck it. I fucking love it. No, it's just...
It's got a weird aftertaste, man. I couldn't get out.
I don't know, man. Yeah, he can't do it. He's a coffee guy.
The taurine
I
or
fuck with
whatever it
coffee
is?
too, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Something about those just...
It's like a heart attack in a can.
I know, it is a heart attack in a can, but
You
like...
see that they got sued for, some guy sued him because they never gave him wings?
That was a while ago. I think I
See,
remember that.
But
yeah.
he won.
But that's respectable. That's a...
He won. I think he
I know.
won like $11 million.
I think they added, there's like 3 eyes in the wings now, so that's not actually wings. I saw that.
I know, but same thing with a woman.
You're
a woman
telling me they
sued
didn't have that
McDonald's.
written in the clause anywhere?
Their advertising was all ended with, it gives you wings. Every single
But there was
commercial.
nothing written on the can saying
It
like this
gives
thing
you
doesn't give you
wings,
fucking
and
wings?
The animation person would be flying away after they
Holy fuck,
drank
that
it.
guy's a smart motherfucker.
So it was the same thing with a woman way back. McDonald's sued for the apple pies were too hot, and she burnt her fucking mouth, and she won.
Oh, yeah,
millions of
I've heard
dollars.
about that with coffees
There's a
and
warning
shit.
on it where it's caution, it's hot.
Like it's a hot apple pie. Maybe give it a second.
Hey, some people can't wait, man.
America and litigious, whatever, it's bullshit. What's yours?
I'm Coca-Cola. Anything.
You're Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Anything
Oh,
Cola?
buddy, it doesn't matter what fucking time, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. I show up to...
Only in the summer though.
Only
when
in
it's
the
like hot
summer.
out,
Do
a
they
nice
still
cold.
put cocaine in there or what?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
it gives you
hey,
cocaine.
brother, believe me, after he has that Coke, a lot of shit
Boom.
gets done. So I don't know if they're just
Like a
putting
little
it,
energy
if they're just
boost.
putting a dash of it in there, but whatever is in there, it's working. So yeah, I'll pull up the site with a couple Cokes for him in the morning just to get the fucking ball
It has to be
rolling.
ice cold.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can't be
Ice
warm.
cold when
Right
it's hot
off-
out is like the
I can't
best
tell
thing
you the
ever.
last time I had. I'm not a big rum and coke guy, so I can't tell you. Maybe Montreal 20 years ago.
holy fuck! Wait, the last time you had a Coke?
No, yeah, Coke.
Oh yeah.
Rum and Coke. It would have been a rum and Coke.
Yeah. Well, so what do you drink then? Like, what's your beverage?
Beverage,
Yeah.
coffee, or
Coffee.
I drink San Pellegrino. I drink.
Oh god. Oh, that stuff's terrible.
It's not.
That's like the worst thing ever.
Oh man. Hey man, to each their own. To each their own.
I like sparkling water.
Nice.
There's no flavor. Like it's the most
Sometimes
like
I'll put a
bitter
lemon
thing.
in there.
Oh,
I'll
yeah?
slice a lemon and squeeze half of the lemon.
Change it up a bit.
No, I'll just put lemon in there, but I
Maybe-
won't do their lemonado or whatever bullshit.
Oh, yeah, fuck
'Cause
that
it's all
bullshit.
got crap in it, right?
So what is it for you? Is it like the carbonation or
A
like
little
what
bit
is?
of the carbonation.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Do you not like sugar?
I do like sugar, but
Oh,
that's
yeah?
where the pastries come from
Oh, yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
right? I'll do
Yeah.
that. But drink-wise, I've never been a pop guy.
No,
Never been a pop guy.
I'm a
I
big
still
pop
drink
guy.
Beer.
I'm a
I'll drink
big
beer.
sugar-free pop guy. I'll fucking I
There's
can
still
drink a
sugar
lot of.
in it. It's just a different kind of sugar.
That's aspartame. It's even worse.
Yeah,
That's what
fuck.
gets
It's even
sour.
worse.
Well, then
That's
what
Now
should I
they're
do? Should I just
rebranding
start
it.
drinking regular Coke,
Yeah,
or what should I do here? What do you guys want me to do?
What never fails to make you guys laugh?
Fucking seeing this idiot in the
Yeah,
morning.
I was gonna say our friend.
How long have you guys known each other?
Fuck, I don't know, like a long time.
Yeah.
But we just became like good boys in the past probably like 4 or 5 years.
We went
And
to
that-
high school together, but we're like
Yeah.
different friend groups, I guess, back
Yeah.
then. And then now we kind of just
And then
Yeah, you're
within
working
the
together.
past
Yeah.
2 years, we just took this thing and blew it right the fuck up, pretty much. So
What's everybody else doing in high school? Like, what are they doing?
not a whole lot.
Fuck all, eh?
They all got fuck. We won't even get into it. I'm not going to talk
what's
about
yours,
it.
Anthony?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What never fails to make you laugh?
I don't know.
Dude, this guy's
Honestly,
always fucking laughing.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not
on
really.
your own?
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, yeah,
thoughts always
sometimes I'll
making-
just think of something where it's like I know I can't say it out loud, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
All those days are done. You can do it.
Oh, bro.
The amount of people that are sending me inappropriate DMs that I'm like, I'd like to repost this one, but I might get some flag for it.
I just find like the humor in like everything. Like it's just one of those
That's what it
things where
should
it's
be.
just have
Well,
fun.
fuck, what are
with
we
it.
gonna do? Sit around and be all miserable all the time? Would be no fucking fun in that if I was sitting around here miserable, eh?
The majority
This wouldn't be
people
much of a
are
fucking
doing
podcast,
that.
would it?
But that's what they do. People
Well,
like doing that.
Well, why? What am I
Yeah,
gonna
what a
do? Sit
terrible
here and be
life.
fucking
They
miserable?
can't
Fuck
complain about
that.
you shoveling your drive at 4 o'clock in the
Buddy, I have to go in after this and go put in fucking 16, 18 hours worth of work. I'm happier than a pig in shit. So
That's it.
let's go. I'm ready for it. Couple Red Bulls? Fuck, let's go.
Rebel, rubber bull. What profession other than your own would you guys like to attempt one day?
Oh, fuck, I was thinking of this one last night.
Oh shit, I missed one. Sorry. I'll go back to that one.
I'd love to be a realtor one day.
Yeah.
I like the housing market.
Actually,
I
yeah,
think
that's a
it's
good
kinda-
call too.
Yeah, I think
I
it would be
wanted.
kinda
I
cool.
want to learn how to fucking do like epoxy and shit, like epoxy floors. I was telling him about that. Just like something like garage floors and shit like that. I don't know. It's always kind of like. I just think it's kind of cool. I don't know.
Smells. I don't know if they changed the formula these days.
I have
but
no idea. It's just I don't know. Not saying that that's a trade, but like you know what I mean. Like
It
just
is a
something.
trade.
Yeah.
It's a trade. You got to prep the concrete. You
Yeah.
got to mix the two parts. You got to
Yeah.
put on the horse vet gloves on, and you got to put a respirator on.
Yeah, you
and
got to do work. So
there's
yeah,
lot
it's a
of
trade.
work, right? What worst piece of advice you guys ever got?
I don't even know if I'd be able to remember that. Worst piece of advice?
Nobody ever gave you shit advice?
Probably, but I probably wasn't listening halfway through.
It wasn't really. It wasn't really advice, but I used to cut a lawn, my boss's lawn up in Vaughan, and I always would. I'd try to keep the grass not shooting towards the neighbor's fucking. At the time, I guess a 2010 Jeep that was his pride and joy, but I guess I got
A
some.
Jeep?
Yeah, there was a Jeep on his side. So
a
I
Jeep,
guess.
though. Okay.
So I guess I shot some grass over on his side, and he pretty much just came out and told me that I'm never gonna be shit, and I'm gonna be working at that job
He's
the rest of my
driving a Jeep.
life. I know. Well, that's what I told him. I'm like, well, you're driving a fucking Jeep. I'm like, dude, the fucking lawnmower I'm in, it costs more than your fucking Jeep. So he pretty much came out. He's like, you're not gonna be shit. You're never gonna have shit.
That's his. That's
Yeah.
his purpose that day to come out. That's to say that.
And then I saw him the next week, and he fucking waved at me. He's like, how you doing? I'm like.
Wow.
You know what, bro? I honestly, I deal with it all the time. Like sometimes I deal with people that like they're fucking good. One day they'll just fucking tweak, like customers and shit, just fucking tweak on me, like, and for nothing. Like it's just crazy. A lot of people are different, right? So to each their own.
The one thing I would say is, like, when we were younger, everyone said you go to school, like
Yeah.
go to college, go to university, like you got to go to all that stuff to get a job. And if I could do it all again, I would have quit high school in like grade 9.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
100%.
and there's literally no, like, everything you learn in high school is pointless.
It
Like,
is
it's
pointless.
Nothing.
garbage.
Nothing I took from high school am I using right now.
Especially
Fuck all.
these
Nothing.
days, man.
Nothing.
But
But
if I
like,
could have used those like 6 years to just do what we were doing now, I would have been
6?
so
Yeah.
well, like grade 9, grade 10, and then like college.
well,
and
you know what I
stuff,
mean.
too.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
Sorry, college.
Like I graduated at Niagara College. I went there for 2 years. I did horticulture, right? Just because
Okay.
my family runs, we
That
run
makes sense.
we run a horticulture business. We
Yeah.
do grow flowers for Terra Greenhouse, shit like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that just so I had a broad, you know, I could do whatever. I could go into landscaping. I could go and fucking open a dispensary if I want. I could, you know what I mean? Whatever,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So then after I got that, I didn't fucking know shit, right? I knew Latin names of trees and shit, but what the fuck do I need to know that for? I just go to the nursery and I tell them what fucking tree I want, and they put it on my truck, and I go
Siri,
and
what
plant
name
it.
is this tree? I know. It's
You know what I
fucking
mean?
different,
So-
man.
But
Favorite curse word?
fuck.
Mine is cunt.
Don't worry, that one's been shared a lot by men and women, man. Favorite vehicle? Any mode of transportation?
GMC Sierras.
Sierra?
Yeah.
Denali?
I can't afford a Denali, but a 2500 HD.
Well, I'm respectful that you guys don't roll in here with fucking brand new spanking fucking with styrofoam still on the
Well,
truck.
hey, I gotta.
And I'm not saying that they're pieces of shit. They're
no,
not.
no. Hey, listen, like, yeah, I just bought a 2500, and me and him were going over prices, and the prices on the shit is fucking ridiculous, dude. They
insane.
wanted 140 grand for a new one. I ended up picking up a used one with 42,000 on it for about 60,000. So
You did better.
yeah, I did better, but But that's what I mean, right? And I was saying earlier today, I was getting into an argument with some woman on Facebook earlier because she doesn't want to shut her mouth. But she was saying how she thinks it's unfair that people are charging $150 to come in and snowplow rural areas after that dropping the other night. Well, I told her, I'm like, how do you see that that's unfair? I'm like, you got a $60,000 to $100,000 truck, you got a $10,000 salter, you got a $10,000 plow, you got wear and tear on your trucks, you got gas, and you're working fucking ungodly hours of the fucking night. I think $150 is worth it. And then I got people on there just being like, I agree with you, all this fucking shit. Because a lot of these people, like, they don't see how much money we have into this shit.
She could easily shovel it herself.
And that's what I said. I said, if you don't want to pay, pick up a shovel and do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you want to do here? Like, I don't know. Those groups, man, people just bitch all the time about bullshit. So
what's yours?
Mine's a motorcycle. If I can, I got a CBR 650.
Oh, you're a rice rocket, eh?
Yeah.
They're fast. They're too fucking fast.
What do you drive, a Harley?
No, I got a Monster.
Oh yeah.
Old, 90, older than you guys. Almost as old as you guys, man. 99.
Yeah. Oh shit.
How long have you had that?
I got it in 2000.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
One owner that didn't want it anymore. I looked
damn.
I walked into McBride. Remember McBride Cycle?
Yeah.
Oh, so you remember that, huh?
Yeah.
Met a good friend that we're still friends to this day, and he was asking me like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Fuck, I want a Monster." And he's like, "Well, it just so happened," and he shows it, and I was like, talked to him for about an hour or two. I was going, "Here's the deposit, it's mine." And the guy came back tomorrow, or the guy came back the next day, wanted to put the deposit down. He's like, "Too late, it's already sold." I've had that bike since. That was my first bike.
How often do you get out on it?
Not often. I didn't get anything this fucking season, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got a good guy who takes care of me on that bike, so I don't like the rice rockets. It's too fast, man.
I love them.
Too fast.
Yeah, but they're like, I don't know. They're just, I don't know. I like it.
He's like, you can do that in any bike, man, right? No,
Yeah,
I like
lighter.
going slow, right?
Yeah.
So, but you race?
No.
No.
We did dirt bikes for a bit, but then like the street, I don't know. I don't like messing around too much on the street. It's kind of a different ball game.
Oh, so you're messing around on the dirt?
The dirt bike, yeah. That we used to do, like, there's like a quarry down in Acton we used to go to, like, especially during COVID, because it was the only thing we could do. So we'd go out down there.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
That'd be fun.
Like all the trails and stuff.
Try the fucking ice riding.
I want to so bad. I want to so bad. I've done like this. I've done the snowmobiles, and that's the only toy I won't get. I don't like them. They don't turn. They're I don't know. I just don't like any part of it.
You're just leaving it to the grace of God sliding. That's all you're doing. Like if you're going in it's gonna go where it's gonna go.
Everyone I've talked to either knows someone or them themselves have got an injury on a sled. Like it's like every single group has somebody who's like hit a tree or hit the ice the wrong way. Like I don't know. It's just the worst.
I've done it twice. I've done it twice. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll jump out of a plane before I do that. If heaven exists, what would you guys like to hear God say when you arrive at those pearly gates?
Should look more into those questions last night. Shit, man. I should have done my homework.
Fucking quiet.
Fuck, man.
I thought I sent the questions.
I don't know. No, you did.
Oh, okay.
I just I didn't really have much time to fucking look at them. Fuck. I don't know. Like fuck.
Have a Red Bull and
if
just
I got
drink
up there and he said, "Hey, you did a good job," I'd be happy with that.
You never know.
You know,
might.
You did good. You tried your fucking hardest.
He might.
Right?
OnlyFans girl might be up there.
You know what? I hope she is.
I don't have a husband anymore. What's yours?
I don't know. Honestly, just to know that I don't know. I'm more of like a karma guy, so it's like I'm not as, I don't know. As long as I know that I didn't screw anybody over and kind of did it the right way, then
simple. Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't need to hear too much, but as long as it's that.
What if we're not going to the pearly gates though?
Might be going downstairs.
That's the problem.
That's why I say if heaven exists, right?
Yes,
we don't know, right?
Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you very much, man.
Thank you. No, we appreciate it.
Time. I know, and you guys got to literally go to work now.
Thank you. No.
Which is, keep it up, man.
Yeah.
But focus on the other shit too. I totally believe that you guys will do better on that.
No.
You got any advice for us?
Just anything. Business.
Don't ever let your client get too far ahead with money that they owe you.
Okay.
Don't ever, be blunt.
Okay.
Don't let 100 turn to 1,000, 1,000 turn into 10, 10 turn into 100, 1,000. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
Shut it down. Stop it. Be friendly. Be professional.
Yep.
Don't ever fucking make anything personal. Don't think that they're treating you this way because they're personally attacking you. Don't ever return that favor to them. Just don't let the money get out of hand. I've spoken to enough guys, myself, you get into them owing you 5, 6, some 7 figures, and then you get fucked over, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever let the money get too far ahead of the scope of work that you're doing. Don't ever let that happen. It's not a bad thing to be blunt with your clients and just say, I'm not moving forward until you guys owe me this money here that for work that we've already performed. It's in my contract that you guys have to do this, right? Don't let them just go, just take care of this. We'll take care of the money later on. No, we take care of the money right now, and then we'll take care of it. So don't ever let the money get ahead of the work that you guys are doing. Try to stay on par with that. Then you'll get fewer fuck-ups, smaller fuck-ups, right? That's all.
Perfect.
And don't ever make it personal, man. Simple. A lot of guys take the ego and they go, I'm going to fucking sue you. I'm going to fucking lean on you. I'm going to... Don't ever even
We
try
leave
to get
our
them.
fucking egos to the side, man.
Leave it, man. You'll go a lot
not in
further.
business. Not in business.
It's a business. You guys are... It's a hobby at first.
Yeah.
You guys are trying something out. You realize I can make money. I can make a living.
Yeah.
I can build a brand. So you realize all these things, but now it's a business.
Yeah.
So stay on that same path. It's a business, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that. And just be aware of that client trying to fuck you over. Every client has the possibility of fucking you over.
Yep.
They're really good at it too. I strongly, despite what TV has said, clients fuck over contractors more than contractors fuck over clients.
Yeah, and I believe that.
strongly believe that.
Yeah.
We just are never painted positively. We're always painted negatively because the monkeys get ahead of us.
Yeah, it's true.
That's all. And the clients are at fault for that because they hire the monkeys because all they want to do is pay peanuts.
Yeah.
Irish electrician taught me that. They only pay peanuts, you'll get monkeys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it, guys. Honestly, you guys will do well, man.
Awesome. Thanks,
man.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us.